Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move!
to see it as we kick things off. And certainly in a way that makes sense. We got a big broadcast for you here today. Shadow Gamer 24 is really coming through here to pop the cherry, to set that mood, that vibe, that tone, and that atmosphere. As Shadow Gamer 24 is gifting out 5 memberships, and it is, believe me, what we love to see. Let's get some huge W's in here. Shadow Gamer 24 coming through and in a way that makes sense. We are getting the lasers out as such, as Shadow Gamer 24 is gracing us with that kind generosity to help grow the best community in all of video, believe me. With the 5 gifted memberships, it is what we love to see. Shadow Gamer 24 is coming through with the 5 gifted to kick things off here today. He is setting that mood, that vibe, and that tone, and believe me, the atmosphere as well. With the 5 gifted right here as the show begins. We haven't been live in many days, so we're expecting big support today. We shouldn't expect it, but that's how life works. Unfortunately, life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. So we hope that you guys do come through and that you give me an incentive to go live tomorrow so that I can entertain your faces, because believe me, you guys it's a snooze fest out there. You know, without world class, I don't know what you guys are watching, but it must be trash. It really must be the worst thing ever, because nobody does it like world class. That I could tell you. It's a sad situation, but they're never going to get on my level. I mean, they haven't in 6 years. Why would they start, you know? So it's just we're on a whole different stratosphere over here, that we could tell you. A whole different stratosphere. And they, quite frankly, just can't handle it. We got more coming through in the pipeline here today. This is what we love to see. We need you guys to hit the like button and share the broadcast. Those things are free as well. And chat in the chat. Let's get it going. We have big news here today on the biggest entity in all of video. We actually do have. Look at this right here. Dr. Blitz is in the building. He's coming through bigly and strongly, and in a way that makes sense with a $10 super chat. It is what we love to see. Look at this right here. Bow down. I mean, they're not listening. They're not listening. That's what I'm talking about. They need to bow down and really get on their knees for world class and start worshiping world class, because nobody's on this level. Nobody does it like this. And we are the best in the business. And Dr. Blitz is recognizing that greatness, and he is coming through bigly and strongly, kicking off the super chat support here and popping that cherry in a way that makes sense with the hard and strong $10 super chat. You love to see it. We're getting the lasers out, and not only that, we're going to get the fireworks out as well, because Dr. Blitz is coming through bigly and strongly. He's had enough, and he's coming through to pop that cherry, to set that mood, that vibe, and that tone in the atmosphere with the $10 super. I mean, you love to see that. Believe me, we do. And that is more like it. Dr. Blitz coming through big and strong, and certainly in a way that makes sense. He says, bow down, peasants. It is world class. I mean, we've been live in almost a week, and they're actually, every time we do that, there's always new news. When we're live every day, there's really hardly any news in gaming. But when we're not live for multiple days, there's always brand new something happening. So we do have new information on Grand Theft Auto 6, believe it or not. We actually do. It's not a troll. It's not a meme. And if you guys have an attention span that's longer than a goldfish, then, you know, we can maybe get to it here today. Dr. Blitz is gracing us. And look at this right here. He's also Cody. Cody Rhodes is in the building. We've got to stand up here. Great support, kicking things off early. Let's keep this up, because Cody Rhodes is in the building too. Look at this.
World class is back again. That's what we love to see.
That's what we're talking about.
GTA fanboys, what's up?
Yeah. Well, they're already getting negative in here. I mean, you know, I don't want to name names, but there's a certain someone in here that's getting negative. They act like the game doesn't exist, and we're not going down that road today. I mean, clearly the game exists, whether you wanted to believe it or not. But nonetheless, Cody Rhodes is coming through. We're going to go ahead and get the fireworks out and the lasers out as well. Get the thumbs up out as we get the lasers going here. Cody Rhodes is in the building, and we got one side of the laser working, unfortunately. Cody Rhodes coming through. Dr. Blitz coming through to pop the cherry for the super chats, to set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. Yeah, look at this right here. They're we're already out of breath. Shadow Gamer 24 coming through with the 5 gifted to set that foundation, and in a way that makes sense. You guys got to like these super chats. This is ridiculous. This is an interactive live entertainment television show, okay? It isn't sit there and smell your poopy butt. It's come in here and actually engage with someone who's actually live, and the when you really think about this, what we're doing is it's a very intimate and special moment. I mean, it really is. And that doesn't just apply to me. That applies to kind of every streamer, unless they're massive, right? If they're massive, then they have, tons and tons and tons of viewers. But, since we're a small audience, since it's a small thing here, they're view botting right now because they've been waiting for World Class to go live again. They said the well is running dry, and I said, well, it's not going to run dry today because this is what happens. You guys recharge after a few days, and you come through bigly, and you impress World Class, and then tomorrow we'll have terrible support, and then we'll stop streaming for the next 4 days again, because that's how it works with you guys. But nonetheless, since this is a small, very tiny, which it shouldn't be a tiny operation. I mean, we should have a ton of. It should be a totally different ballgame at this point, but nonetheless, it is what it is, and we'll work with it. That's fine. But the fact that you guys are really watching this live right now is really crazy, to say the least. And if you can't understand that, then we don't know what to tell you. So we got Dr. Blitz coming through. We got Cody Rhodes in the building as well. Cody Rhodes in the building coming through, and he's coming through with the 5. Dr. Blitz really taking care of business. We need some mod help here today. It looks like the mods are sleeping today. And I'm seeing some things in the chat that might need to be timed out because it's continuing to be spammed. So make sure you be on the lookout here today. They're a little active. As you can tell, they're view botting. And they're going to start getting active in the chat because it's been about a week since we've been live, nearly, and they need to get their dopamine hit. So we got Shadow Gamer 25 gifting out 5 memberships. We got Dr. Blitz in the building coming through with hard and strong $10 super chat to pop the cherry to set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. We got Cody Rhodes in the building coming through. And it certainly is what we love to see. We will be timing out anyone that says that this is a fake game or a dead game or gaming is dead, that rhetoric. We are not. You can go back to Reddit with that bullshit or wherever you come from with that garbage because it's not helping the conversation in here. Gaming isn't dead. You've outgrown it. Tough luck. That's life. I mean, really, honestly, I'm tired of it. Because, quite frankly, gaming is never going to be more alive than it will be in 200 days from now with Grand Theft Auto 6, nearly 200 days. Grand Theft Auto 6, November 19th, 2026. Gaming will be more alive than it's ever been in the last 10 years. What are you talking about? I mean, honestly, you guys need to pull your head out of your butt because it's been in there for far too long and you're not liking what you're seeing and you're projecting on other things. And it's really a sad situation. This is a real game. This is going to be the biggest entity in all of video. I don't care about your anime games or your Final Fantasy games. You can go back to 4chan with that garbage. Real gamers and real men are going to be playing, especially mature gamers. We're going to be playing the biggest entity in all of video, Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to be roaming around Vice City to see what the next level is going to be with Rockstar Games and the next level for open world games in general in terms of how the medium will be going forward. And no other developer is going to be catching up, by the way, okay? I don't care if you don't believe me. It doesn't matter if you don't believe me because you'll see the results in 200 days. So that's how that's going to work. And we actually do have a confirmation here today. We actually do have an update here today, believe it or not. Because last time we were on the air talking about this game, it was still a big question mark. Now that has been answered just within the last couple of days. So we actually do have some brand new information here in regards to Grand Theft Auto 6. And no, it's not AI. No, it's not rumor. It is official. And we will be breaking this down here today in a way that makes sense. But before we do that, we need you guys to hit the like button and share the broadcast and in a way that makes sense. Because once these bots expire that they've set up, it'll go back down to probably 120 viewers. So we need you guys to organically get some more people in here. That way we can have a much more fun time. Keep hitting the like button. Keep sharing the broadcast. Give me an incentive to go live tonight. Give me an incentive to go live tomorrow, please. Thank you. And we'll continue to provide you entertainment that Netflix can't. We'll continue to provide you entertainment that Hulu can't. You know, all these other services that you guys love subscribing to for $15 a month plus and not even watching anything on them, you know, just so you can feel socially acceptable, right? You fit in, right? Oh, you got a Netflix account. That's amazing, right? You know, I mean, honestly, it's a social thing. It really is, and it's sad, but that's how it works because you guys don't watch any garbage on there. I mean, they're not even producing anything on Netflix anymore. They don't produce anything. The last thing they put out was what, Cobra Kai and Stranger Things, and those things have wrapped up, and they're both terrible, by the way. I mean, Cobra Kai, that turned into a clown show, really, honestly. I mean, it was cool for the first couple of seasons and, you know, things like that, but then it just kept going and going, and, you know, they ended it, but I didn't even see the last season because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. And And Stranger Things, they wrapped that up. But, I mean, look how long it took them to wrap that up, 10 years or something. I mean, who... So they just, you know, they want you to subscribe, and it just takes so long for them to produce anything on the thing that you're subscribing to monthly. It's a ridiculous thing. We're out here busting ass every single day nearly. And I would have went live for the past 4 days. It's not up to me. It's up to you guys. There's many ways that we judge your energy in here, and I'm tired of the dead energy in here, okay? We don't need gaming is dead conversations. We don't need that this... Swirly was negative early. I'm going to call him out. I'm sorry. I got to call someone out. I'm about ready to call that other guy out, too. Clad in Shadows 99 has left the show, and I didn't expect that. Now, again, that's fair. He can leave the show. I don't need an explanation, but I am surprised because, I mean, unless it's a glitch or something, Clad in Shadows 99 has left the show. Now, he was one of the guys that was mad about the AI conversation and the bill conversation, so I'm assuming they were looking for a reason, and there may be a couple of other people that left too, but, you know, some of these people just in here, they are on the fence 100% of the time, and as soon as I say one thing wrong, it's over. They're out. But it is surprising how someone can be subscribed to you for 6 months of or 6 years of loyalty almost, and then just all of a sudden drop off the face of the planet because, you know, I said the AI data centers are good, and all of a sudden that's not a part of the conversation no more. And I said, well, AI is the future here, and you're either going to live with it or not. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. Go be Amish in the country or something and ride your fucking horse and buggy around. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, we can agree to disagree and be men. You know, it's a man show, right? We don't need pussies in here. There's a lot of pussies in here. A lot of people need to look down and see what they got because they might not have what they think they have. And it's just like, bro, you can't be a pussy in here. You have to be a beta male in here. I need people that go to the gym, that lift weights. I need people that have a lot of confidence in here. I don't need pussies in here. I don't need losers who just are confused and things like that, because that shows mental illness and weakness, and I don't need more of that in here. Believe me, we have enough of that as it is. So Swirly was being negative earlier. He said this game wasn't coming out, and it's just like, here's the problem with that. You can have an opinion, and I'm not targeting you, but, you know, there was another guy in here, but he's a great username. But when you're spouting that bullshit in the chat, everyone else is going to join in because they love negativity in here. I mean, that's all they fucking know. They were raised on negativity. They got severe problems, very big problems. So when you come in here with negativity, and I this was before the show started, by the way. I'm not being negative today, okay? We're trying to keep it on track, although the support's already dried up. I mean, how can a guy who has 40 fucking viewers get more support than me? That's fucking pathetic. What's the incentive for me to go live? You know? There's no incentive. If you guys are going to drop off, then the show will drop off. It is literally... This is why this lifeline needed to be strengthened in different ways. You can't put all of your eggs in the same basket and expect these people to fucking come through for you, because obviously they have shown their true colors as of late, and they can barely fucking support the show. And now that means we got to try and do a walking stream, which they don't get any support at all, which are more healthy for me because we can walk around and lose weight and get the blood flowing and things like that. You guys can't support that. You don't want to tune in for that because you don't want to be my friend. A lot of people in here are 90... I already said 95, 96, 97, maybe even 98% of people in here are very fake people. Their intentions are not the best in here, even if they put on the nice chat guy in the fucking chat. They're just weird fucking people, and I can tell it right off the bat. A lot of people in here are not in here for the best intentions, even if they seem nice on the surface. I'll say that, because it's a bunch of fucking bullshit is what it is. And that's okay. You'll be left behind when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. So you can sit in here for the next 6 months and be a part of the show, but when the big game comes out and we actually have an influx of viewers, because we will, and I don't care if you don't believe me, we will, you can just be left behind because, you know, that's what's going to happen. I mean, if you guys can't step up to the plate and actually hold a conversation, then everyone else will. You know, they'll show you how to pick up the basketball and put it in the hoop. You know, they'll say, sit back on that bench because you don't know what you're talking about. And they'll take the basketball and they'll put it up and it'll go through. And they'll say, this is how it's done. And you're either going to be motivated to say, I want to try this, or you're going to sit right back on that bench and do nothing. So that's where we stand on that. But this is not a fake game. This is not a dead game. You need to take some medicine for that, okay? Because it's not fake. It's coming out 207 days from this recording, from this broadcast. And if you don't believe that, then you have mental illness. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You have no evidence to support an argument. You can't even argue because You can't even string together a sentence. I can't expect you to have an argument. You can't even tell me why you don't believe that this game is coming out. And what do you have to support any of that? I mean, I don't care what these grifters on whatever platform are saying. I don't give a shit. I don't care who's in here saying what. The game is coming out in 207 days. That's what you need to know and understand. There's more evidence that supports that than there is otherwise. So I don't know what you guys are smoking, but it's obviously very strong. You have to stop listening to a bunch of stupid idiots on the internet because they're going to tell you whatever they want to tell you to get views and clicks. I'm here with real information. It's boring, and it's not what you want to hear because you want to believe into this fantasy that the game is fake and that they're selling you nothing or something. I don't know what you guys want to do, but I don't care. I'm going to call your mother here soon, and I'm going to ask her what's she doing on a Friday night because maybe she needs to sit down with you and ask why you aren't supporting Michael Does Life. That's what she really needs to do because, holy fuck, it's time to get that summer job so you can come in here and support me. Instead of supporting these other multimillionaires. It's a ridiculous thing. It's a ridiculous concept. Look at this right here. Georgie is in the building, and it's what we love to see. Hello, Georgie. Georgie's coming through. Look at this right here. He's had enough. Get them lasers out, homie.
Hello, Michael. When is Trailer 3 coming out?
Well, Trailer 3, we don't have a confirmation on that, but if I had to guess, I would say Trailer 3 is coming out within the next few weeks. But regardless, here's what I can tell you what we do know officially 100% as of this recording. Okay. What we do know as of this recording, 100% official, is that the Take-Two investor call, and this is very important, the Take-Two investor call, this is what we do know right now as of this broadcast. This is not rumor. This is not speculation. This is not opinion. What we do know, 100% fact, as of this recording, the Take-Two investor call is happening May 21st, which is less than a month away from now. Okay? Again, this is not my opinion. This is not rumor. This is 100% fact. May 21st, 2026, 8:30 p.m. UTC time. The Take-Two earnings conference call. Now, last year, you probably remember what happened. Grand Theft Auto 6 got delayed. And last May, they put out Trailer 2, which we are approaching the one-year anniversary for that. But now, what we do know as of this broadcast, May 21st, is the day to lock into. Because what you need to know is that there will be official confirmation in regards to something about Grand Theft Auto 6 on May 21st. That you can guarantee. Now, is it what you want to hear? Is it what you need to hear? Is it going to satisfy you? All of those things are up in the air. But we will be hearing officially, that we know. And maybe before this. We might be hearing something before this, believe me. It's up to Rockstar Games. But in my opinion, if I were Rockstar, I'd be putting something out before the earnings call, and that way we can come into the earnings call with a lot more confidence. Because if they come into the earnings call and we hear the same rhetoric, that it's still on track, and that it is coming in 207 days and everything's looking great, well, that's fantastic to hear, but, you know, it's almost at this point, you have to have something to show for. I mean, the game is coming out in 200 days. It'll be less than that when this takes two. You have to have something to show for if the game is really, truly coming out on November 19th, 2026. And I do believe that they will have something. Now, again, is it what you want to hear? Is it what you need to hear? Those are a lot of questions that we have yet to have definitive answers for. But what we do know, again, is that May 21st is the day to lock in for Grand Theft Auto 6 news, official news, and an official confirmation on really what's happening and what the game plan is here for the coming months just 200 days or so until the release of Grand Theft Auto 6, November 19th, 2026. In my opinion, the game will not be delayed. In my opinion, I don't think that they have a reason to delay the game. I think that that would be stupid and silly to delay the game unless it's obviously in a terrible state. But, you know, they can always patch it later, release it broken, and patch it later. That seems to work for every other game, so I don't think it would be a problem here. You know, look at Cyberpunk, look at No Man's Sky. Those were games that were single-player games. They weren't sold as live service games, and it took them 10 years, 5 years to get some of those games in a better position, in a better shape, so that the normies could sit there and say the game's amazing on the internet, but they don't actually play it. Go look at the numbers for No Man's Sky on Steam right now. I bet they're terribly low. You know what I mean? And it's a testament to how they want to sit there and twiddle their freaking thumbs and say the game's so amazing, but they're not playing it. I mean, they're not playing it. And the same is going to happen with Assassin's Creed. They just unveiled that slop. Assassin's Creed Resynced, by the way, Black Flag. It's going to flop, and I'm going to tell you why it's going to flop, because Dead Space flopped. Go look at the remake for Dead Space. The Dead Space remake did not hit expectations. And when that happens, just like with these streams, we don't need to do another one because you guys have shown that you don't care. I mean, that's how life works, right? Yeah, I mean, how is it not more simple as that, right? You know, if you don't want to support the small mom and pop shops because I think that's a political thing or something, I think that doesn't agree with your politics, but you want to go to the big multi-billion-dollar corporations and you want to support them. And it's a sad situation. And then you complain. This is what you guys do. You complain when the mom and pop shop closes its doors because they can't make it no more. Well, that's because you didn't support them. It wasn't sustainable. And, you know, that's what you guys love doing. I mean, you really got to look at what you're doing because it's a sad situation, I can tell you. You guys need to shape up in here. That we could tell you. I'm not reading your comments because you guys have nothing to say anyway. I've already read Swirly's comment, and that pissed me off earlier. Not enough to really derail the show because he's probably on medication or something. That guy's probably on severe medication or alcohol or something. Who knows what these people do in here? And I hope you're not, but clearly you have to be to say something dumb like that. I mean, obviously the game is coming out later, and it doesn't matter who it's coming from. It could be from Swirly, Clad in Shadows 99, Input Funny, whoever the fuck. But, you know, the game is clearly coming. You know, I certainly hope it is coming November 19th, 2026, but we will have an official confirmation on May 21st, and potentially sooner than that. Because if Rockstar Games were smart, you know, they would want to ensure everyone that, yes, this is actually coming. We are doubling down on November 19th. And once they do that, there's no way that the game is getting delayed after that. So that's why they're probably waiting until the very last second so that they can maybe say, okay, yes, we are in a position where the game is actually coming November 19th, 2026. And I like I said earlier, I don't believe that the game is going to be delayed. I don't think that there's room for a delay. If you guys want to debate this, I'll open up the lines to hear your fucking retarded mouth. But until you have substance to say, and it's not a parasocial hotline either, by the way, so you either discuss the game or get off the air. Actually, we don't have the technology for that. I mean, we could set it up, but it's going to be chintzy. Because, you know, the program, and again, you guys didn't support that, so that's why that shut down. It's simple 101 here. Look at this right here in the garden. Georgie's coming through yet again. Look at this right here. It's what we love to see. He's carrying the show today. Georgie's had enough.
Super chatted $5. I say take two earnings call will let us pre-order GTA 6.
Wouldn't that be something? Well, they're going to have to start pre-orders soon. I mean, they're going to have to start pre-orders soon, and especially the pre-download thing. That's going to be a whole shit show with how they roll that out. And I think there's going to be pre-orders. I mean, the website will crash for pre-orders. I mean, so they're going to have to do that in a way that makes sense because the website's going to be crashing for pre-orders, that we can tell you. Georgie is coming through the building with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. It is what we love to see. As Georgie is taking us to the promised land here today. Can you believe that Clad in Shadows 99 left? Was he really mad about the DLSS 5 conversation? I mean, it doesn't show that he's a member anymore, and I haven't seen him in here in a while, but maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, I do apologize, but it looks like he has actually left. We didn't expect that at all. And that's what I said. I said, how many people are going to be in here in November, in 200 days? Because everyone can sit there and say, you know, I'm here. but we can look at, how often you're in here. We can look at, how much attention and time you're going to give this show, which it's only like a 2-hour show. It's not like it eats up your whole fucking day. We're not asking you of that. But it's just like, bro, if you guys are falling off now, how am I supposed to believe that you're going to be in here still in 200 days? Are you going to come back for just one show? Because that's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's okay. We need you guys to hit the like button and share the broadcast here. Let's see how many likes we have. 74 likes. We need to do a lot better than that. It's world class. I was in Chromecat's video. My Cyberpunk footage was featured in IGN. We exposed Cyberpunk when no one else really did. We have the YouTube plaque. First to fly to a planet in Starfield. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Our accomplishments are big. They really are in the gaming space that way. Not only that, YouTube as well. Because a lot of people have copied this show, whether they want to admit it or not. They've copied the show, and you could be humble about it and say, well, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, it's like they still copy it. I mean, it's like at some point you kind of have to find your own lane, but they're still fucking copying the show. And they have no original ideas or thought, or they don't even know how to stream. They literally don't. I am convinced that a certain someone does not know how to put a camera on a tripod. And if you don't know how to do that, in my opinion, you shouldn't be on YouTube.com. Even though you don't need to know how to do that anymore, it's a fundamental thing. I've been on this platform since basically its inception, as a viewer anyway, as a consumer, not as a creator. But that's what you had to know how to do. I mean, you couldn't film from your phone in 2007. That was terrible quality. Look at this right here. Blur is in the building. He's had enough too. It's what we love to see.
For breakfast. Marketing in the summer. Red meat for breakfast. Marketing in the summer. Red meat for breakfast. Marketing in the summer.
I hope we hear something different than that. I mean, I need to see it come to fruition here. Like I said, we're going to be locking in once it's all systems a go here. But we do need a confirmation that everything is still on track for November 19th, 2026. Even though I personally, the game isn't going to get delayed. You can't, I mean, if you want to argue, that's fine. I would love to have a debate about it, a healthy debate. But we're not inviting parasocials onto the show to discuss why is Michael wearing the same shirt for 5 days in a row. I mean, that's just not a part of the conversation. Georgie's in the building with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Shut it down.
Georgie Fuels 94.
Georgie is in the building. Look at the laser to going right through.
You are live in Willie there. You're awesome.
That's what we're talking about. Georgie is awesome. You're awesome. You're breathtaking. Georgie's coming through with a 3 or 4-time Tony Hawk combo, and it is certainly what we love to see. Huge W's right there, taking us to the promised land. And certainly in a way that makes sense. Hell, if you guys do good here today, I got something special to show you, but it might be too much content. So we'll see here on how we do and what the energy is looking like in a few, maybe let's say 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes or so. We got 89 on the battery, so we should be able to go. Look at this right here. Marco is in the building, and it is what we love to see. Mark B's coming through. I'm going to do some karaoke here.
$4.99. Big booty Latina running around killing and robbing in high heels. She should make empanadas and pinto beans to her husband and kids.
Whoa.
It's
over. It's over. Well, they love it. They said the game's not woke, and Lucia is so amazing. And, if you were to show GTA 6 to the old GTA fans from, the PS2 era, they would look at that and they would say, what is this trash? I mean, really, honestly, they would. But it's so crazy how they have just completely lost their minds, and they see Lucia and they say, well, she's hot, and that's all that matters, and that's their level of quality. I mean, that's really their level of quality. It's a sad situation. They have no desire. But like I said, they love lining up to the buffet. Look at this right here. Levi is in the building, the longest subscriber of the live viewing audience.
At Levi _99 super chatted $5. GTA 6 trailer 3 in May, or we riot.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see something soon. I mean, they have to pull the curtain back, right? They're running out of time here, so They have to pull the curtain back sooner rather than later, especially to convince the investors that this is still on track and releasing in about 207 days from now. Anyone with a brain, I think, would agree with that. Well, there's a lot of negative Nancy's in here. We're swirly. I mean, I called him out. He probably left, just like Clad in Shadows 99. I mean, anytime they want to have a conversation with you, they clam up and then they leave. It's ironic, isn't it? On social media, by the way, but we can't even use the social aspect of it. GTA 6 Trailer 3 in May, or we riot. I certainly believe that we will be seeing something in May. At the very least, we will be having the Take-Two investor conference call. So that should give us a clear indication on when to expect things and what to expect. Now, obviously, it's not going to be, if that's all we get in May, in my opinion, that's not the best sign. But again, if Rockstar hasn't closed the door just yet, then we can say that we're still on track. Because until they do that definitively, then at the end of the day, there is really not much we can say. We can speculate. We can play a rumor. We can do all that sort of thing. But they got this one on lockdown. It ain't gonna leak. The game's not leaking. You're seeing AI images and things like that. There's no way this game is gonna leak again. I don't believe that that's a possibility. I mean, they've already been in a position where the game has leaked multiple times, and they don't want to have that again. So they are going to ensure that it works, and it works in a way that makes sense. So we've got Raging Punk coming through. I don't know why that didn't play out. We got Raging Punk in the building. He's coming through. Straight from Canada. It's what we love to see. It says, hopefully the marketing starts soon, then it's locked in. That's what I'm saying. Well, Trailer 3, at the end of the Trailer 3, it's going to show when the game is coming out, and it will more than likely show November 19th, 2026 yet again, and that's it. They won't have room for delay. So that's what you need to know and understand. In-cell game, by the way, where are the mods? The mods need to start taking care of this garbage in here. I don't understand what the mods are doing. It's a Sunday, and there's only one mod in here. Where's everyone else at? You're supposed to be a fan of Michael Does Live. I don't care if you don't think it's cool or your peers on the internet, vilify you for enjoying the show. You have to be a fucking man in here, right? You can't be a pussy. This is why you guys voted for Kamala. This is why you guys voted for Hillary, because you want free handouts. You don't want to work in your life, right? You don't know anything about because I mean, it's just a sad thing. You weren't raised properly, but that's okay. I mean, you got AI coming, and maybe it can help you figure things out or something. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I'm done trying to figure it out, because it just frustrates world class, because you guys can't string together sentences. You guys can't be a part of the world class team in here when you should be on the team and saying, "Hey, Michael, when is the next stream?" I mean, how many people in the last 4 or 5 days asked me when is the next stream? I don't think anyone did. I mean, I haven't looked completely, but I don't think anyone asked World Class when is the next stream. So we're all isolated. We're all lonely. We're surrounded by fake fucking people. And that's the part of the business of being an entertainer. You are going to be lonely, and you are going to be surrounded by a bunch of frauds that say one thing and that's it. I mean, wait until you do this shit, because you guys will eventually do it. You'll find out that you can't get a real job. So we have to come on here and try and find an audience on here, and you'll find one, because believe me, there's people that have way less viewers than me, and they get more support than me. So, believe me, you'll find a way to make it work. But don't give it your all, because some of these losers don't deserve it. You don't react to it. You just time it out, okay? Let me react to it. Let me do my show, and not for you guys. You don't react to it. You time it out. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for attention. I'm tired of going through this rhetoric every single fucking stream. I swear, some of you guys, I don't even know how you got past middle school. Screw high school. I mean, that's a lost cause. Middle school, I don't even know how you guys put 8 times 8 together. I mean, I don't even know what 8 times 8 is, but I can figure out certain things. We know what an independent clause is. We know that it is, period, is a sentence, right? We can figure things out like that. So you guys need to start reading books or something. I think that's the next recommendation, is to start reading some books. Go to the local library. It's free. And start renting out some books on how to get a little bit smarter, because boy, oh boy, do we need some help in here. Instead of playing these stupid video games that rot your brain and that romanticize violence and things like that, you guys need to go to the library and freaking get some books and say, you know what, I'm going to lock you in here and I'm going to read this story, and we might learn a thing or two. Because it's getting ridiculous. It's not a W show. We're not going to spam W. No one's coming through. What are you spamming W for? You know, I'm here to talk about the biggest entity in all of video, and you guys are seemingly going to be left behind because you can't figure out how to conversate. Well, that's great. Be left behind then, because when trailer 3 drops in a few weeks potentially, you know, there's going to be a lot of people in here. So there most certainly will be. So again, the confirmation is right now that the Take-Two investor call is happening May 21st, 2026. That is less than a month away from now. Okay. It's less than a month away from now until the Take-Two earnings call. We will be getting an update on Grand Theft Auto 6 on this day. Is it the update that you want? We don't know. Is it the update that you have been waiting for? We don't know. We will be getting an update on Grand Theft Auto 6 nonetheless on May 21st, 2026. Is it going to be a positive update? We don't know. Is it going to be a negative update? We don't know. I would certainly assume that it won't be negative, but you know, if Rockstar comes out a few days before and says, hey, we still need more time on this game, then, of course, going into the investor call is going to be, you know, it's not so reassuring because we've done that before where we listened to the investor call and, you know, it was just. So that's what we know right now, 100% confirmed, May 21st, 2026. We are getting an update that's less than a month away. That is less than a month away. We will be getting an update on the biggest entity in all of video. And you guys still have nothing to say, by the way. See, this is why, and the bots expired. They couldn't afford bots for longer than 30 minutes or an hour. That's why they need to get a summer job so they can bot longer than that, because that's pretty pathetic. So 192 viewers, and that's what I said. I said that will go down, which is still, you know, we'll take that. I mean, but you guys need to hit the like button and share the broadcast, all of which are free, because we're locking in May 1st. We know that this is coming. We know that there's going to be information surrounding the biggest entity in all of video, Grand Theft Auto 6, on May 21st, 2026. So we're locking in on May 1st. There will be more than likely daily streams on Grand Theft Auto 6 as we head into a potential big moment, because Rockstar could come out of nowhere before this date and say, hey, look, we got something to say about Grand Theft Auto 6. Here is trailer 3. We got something to show you. Here's 50 more screenshots. Right? That could very well happen, and there might not be a build-up to it. It could just be dropping out of nowhere on a Thursday or a Friday, you know, in the weeks to come here. We have no idea what Rockstar's plans are. If everyone knew what Rockstar's plans were, well then, you know, there wouldn't be room for speculation or rumor. But look at this right here. We got Adam Theory in the building with a 10-month loyalty badge. He's locked in. It's going to be the summer of World Class, and it's going to be the summer of Grand Theft Auto 6, the World Cup, the summer of love. It's going to be utterly fantastic, that we can tell you. And Adam Theory is certainly showing that love with a 10-month loyalty badge. And that's why we're locking in May 1st. We're going to be doing daily streams for the most part. Because, I mean, every day we wake up leading up to this day, there really could be a surprise drop at any moment. We don't know what Rockstar's plans are. No one predicted trailer 2 or when that was happening. You know, because from what I remember last year, and my memory's a little fuzzy, believe me, by the time this game comes out, we'll be in the fucking wheelchair. I mean, it's, believe me, we certainly hope not, but that's why we hope it doesn't get delayed, because, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. But last year, I think they delayed the game, and then I think a few days later, they just randomly dropped trailer 2. I'm not trolling. That's how I remember it. Now, I don't know if that happened. You guys would have to look that up on Google, because you probably don't remember anyway either. But last year, I believe, they came out, they said, hey, look, we need more time on a game to polish it. GTA 6 is now coming out. Well, this was... Let me think here. May of 2025. Hell, they delayed the game 2 times, didn't they? Yeah. So last year, they pushed it to May 20. I believe this is what happened, and I could be wrong. We're going off memory. I'm not looking it up. We're too lazy. You guys aren't supporting enough. I was going to show you something really cool that we brought, but boy, oh boy. Can we not seemingly handle that? So we'll have to save that for a higher energy stream, because you guys are losing energy out here, and it's ridiculous. I've been live in 5 days. What have you guys been doing? Who have you been watching? Why don't you name drop so I can ban you? Why don't you go ahead and name drop on who you guys watch so I can ban your loser ass? Because you guys like terrible ass content, and you support terrible people that have said terrible things and done terrible things to me. It's a really fucking thing that you guys do in here, but you guys are all losers. Well, not all of you, but most of you guys are pathetic in a lot of ways, and that's what happens when you look down and you realize that you lost your balls. But what were we saying? We were saying last year. Look at this right here. It's Me is coming through. That's what we love to see. It's Me's coming through with a 5.
At It's Me, Sue7 Root Super
That's what we're talking about.
€6. Could Crimson Desert be bigger and better than GTA 6? Over 100
Crimson.
hours
Oh, hold
instead of
on.
joining the
Crimson. I'm trying to remember this pattern last year. What happened? But you guys got me off track. Crimson Desert, by the way. Who the hell is still playing Crimson Desert, bro? In fact, I think I looked up the numbers last night, and it was like at 80,000, 90,000, which is pretty low. Crimson Desert, by the way, that fell off tremendously. I mean, imagine still playing that. Couldn't ever be me, but you guys love that slop. I don't need a 200-hour fantasy game. I mean, it has interesting ideas, but it's a boring game. The open world is terrible. There's nothing going on in the open world. Anyone that says otherwise didn't clearly play it. They watched a bunch of hype videos and propaganda on Twitter and all these other places, Reddit. They didn't play the game. I gave the game multiple opportunities. I said 3 times, 4 times, we'll go through, we'll play it. I want to see the open world, things like that. It never presented anything to me. It was just, this ambiguous puzzle or these bandit camps. And it's like, how is this? Now, there's things that you can do in the game that doesn't tell you that are pretty cool and interesting. But overall, I think it's it's a dead game for a reason. So, GTA 6 2 months later won't be dead. There's no way. So Crimson Desert's terrible. It's a terrible shame how they wanted to show that slop. But I will say this about Crimson Desert, and I always will say this, especially now. You can probably get it for a little cheaper used. If you're looking for one game that you can buy and that's going to hold you out through the entire summer or something, I think, you have a lot of content there with Crimson Desert, but you're going to have to ask yourself, is it content that you want to see? 200 hours of slump. Let's take a look here. So we got It's Me coming through. We got Adam Theory with the $1 super chat. Wow, we're gonna go real far with that, but we do appreciate it nonetheless. We got OP Husky coming through with the 36-month loyalty badge. OP Husky is in the building. I don't know if that played out. We're going to get some lasers out here. I think we need a few more lasers. Let's get 2 more lasers. OP Husky is in the building coming through with the 36-month loyalty badge. It is certainly what we love to see. 120,000 players right now, all-time low. I don't care about Crimson Desert, okay? We've already covered that, and, we had decent numbers and support for that, but you guys fell off in here. I mean, it was a one and done. Where are these mods at in here? I mean, every time we look at this chat, it's either great usernames, and there's only one mod in here, and it's blurred. It's like, what are we doing? It's a Sunday. We haven't been live in 5 days, 6 days, 4 days, whatever it was. I mean, you guys should be building up this, like, wow, where's Michael? Like, when's the next show, right? And it's just like, what are you guys doing? Clearly not fans of the show because, if I were a fan of a YouTuber that I watched pretty religiously, consistently, I would be asking questions on, well, wow, this guy hasn't streamed in 4 or 5 days. When's the next show? And I don't think maybe Adam Theory has done that. That's what he's done last time. But we have to give you guys. So just know that when we're not live, we're not live because we don't want to be live. We want to be live. We want to give you the entertainment that you deserve and that you need on this platform because it's a fucking snooze fest. I can't name one creator that's even entertaining or worthwhile of watching. But I mean, at this point, really, honestly, I don't think I can. But it's hard to continue to do this every day when you guys have low energy and you guys are negative. Gaming is dead. That's what you guys say every day. I don't say that. When have I said gaming is dead? When's the last time I said that? Like, it has to have been a long time since we said gaming is dead because, it's just like, bro, even if it is, what do you, like, we can't add more to that. I don't know what you want me to say. And I'm not a game dev, so I can't fix the problem. But that's where we stand on that. So you can't just come in here and say gaming is dead and expect to be sticking around for much longer because I can't help you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Gaming isn't dead. Here's the reality of the conversation. And no one wants to tell you this. You grew up. Video games are not for 30-year-old men. I mean, they're just not. Now, there are exceptions, but very few. So if you're still playing video games past 30, you might be a loser. Okay? Now, you could say, well, that's ironic, Michael, because what do you do? Well, we cover the world of video games, right? It's called journalism. And look at this right here. Straight up, Brando is in the building. He's had enough. I got to stand up for this one. Straight up, Brando, veteran of the broadcast.
Straight up,
Come
Brando
on.
has just
Come on.
$10 through Super Chat.
Straight up, Brando.
I'm sure you aren't surprised to know that the people discrediting Rockstar and saying to 6 will fail are all PC nerds.
Oh, Lord.
Windrose BTW.
Yeah, they buy their games on Steam. They don't play any of them. And they brag about their Steam library like it's a trophy or something, and no one really cares. That's the sad thing. These people are terrible. They think that people care about their Steam collection. They're losers. Straight up, Brando is in the building. He's coming through big and strong. Veteran of the broadcast, and it is certainly what we love to see. We are getting the fireworks out as Straight up Brando is in the building, and he is coming through bigly and strongly with a $10 super chat. Let's look at these likes here and see how we're doing. As we take a look here, 106 likes. I think we could be doing a lot better than that. You guys got to step up. Hit the like button, bro. It takes 2 seconds. Hit the like button. Let's get it up to at least 150. Straight up Brando in the building, coming through big and strong, and it certainly is what we love to see. Let's do. You got to get the low quality. You just get the low quality chatters out of here. Time them out for 10 minutes. You just got to put up roadblocks. That's what you got to do. You just put up roadblocks, and it's not hard. You got to get the low quality. No one is coming in here and saying Fortnite is amazing, bro, or Call of Duty is amazing. Like no one has that opinion. So when you come in here with fake opinions, we got to get you up out of here, because that shows the sign of fakeness and weakness and Loserville. And we got enough people in Loserville. It's an occupied avenue, and I wish it were more empty, but there's a lot of people in Loserville, and it could never be me. But the PC culture has ruined gaming. No, you just got to ignore those losers. They're terrible people. They want to talk about specs and numbers and stupid, silly shit like that. And they're fake gamers. I mean, that's what they are. They're fake gamers. They're fake gamers. They play for clout. They play for social status. They play for, look at my achievements, look at my trophies, and it's like, why? If I mean, you're telling me that if you were the only person left on the planet and you were in the middle of woods, and you had access to your gaming console, do you really care about achievements or trophies? If you couldn't share that with anyone, do you really care? The answer is you don't. So it's a social thing. It's a social thing. The Xbox 360 with the achievements, that really destroyed gaming a lot. And I think it's a great console. I think it was a great era of bringing, connectivity to gaming in a way that was accessible and easy, and online gaming was like really coming to the forefront for console users especially, and for everyone really. It was really bringing it into the mainstream. But what that's done is it created a culture of people that play games for like this like virtual number, and it's like, bro, who cares? Like, this is dumb. Like, I don't care what your achievement is. First of all, you didn't get an achievement, right? I mean, unless you're playing like an educational game or something. I think they should have banned achievements. Achievements should have been only enabled on educational games, because then you could really actually brag. If you're playing a fitness game or an educational game, then you can brag and say, I got this achievement. And they actually put achievements only in for the high IQ games and for the educational games and for the learning games and for the physical fitness games. Then you could actually brag and say, oh, you got an achievement? Oh, wow, that's actually pretty fucking cool, You lost 20 pounds in this Xbox fitness game on the Kinect or something. I mean, shit, there you go. That's a real achievement. So, but they don't understand that. You see what achievements is basically, achievements kill gaming. In my opinion, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go as far as to say that achievements killed gaming, because what it has done is it's turned it into a social status thing. And gaming has always been, no profile pictures, and low quality comments. Just get it out. I mean, unless they've been in here consistently, you can check the channel activity history, or you can check their date when they joined. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard to mod in here. It's really not. A little common sense will go far. We got James Sparkler coming through with the 11-month loyalty badge. He says, do not let these people get off their medications get to you. Yeah, well, they need to be on it, but they don't like taking it, I guess. I don't know. It's not Sony. Sony Xbox 360 came out before PlayStation 3. So it's actually the 360 era. It really put a focus on that gamer card, your gamer tag, and the achievements, and everyone's doing. Let's do this in a video game to get this virtual score, to get your high score. So you got bragging rights, by the way. Like that to me is not. I don't care. I mean, you can look at my gamer score; it's low as fuck. I don't play games for achievement. I don't play games to accomplish beating it. I mean, very seldom do we beat any of these games because they're terrible. Like, I'm not going to sit there and play this garbage. Can you imagine beating Crimson Desert? Oh, hell no. I'm not playing that slop. Crimson Desert, we're not playing that slop. It's a terrible shame. Trailer 3, May 5th or 12th, pin those dates. That's what I'm saying. What we officially know right now is that May 21st is going to be the Take-Two Investor Conference call. But something could happen before that. That's why I'm locking in May 1st. May 1st, we are locking in daily Grand Theft Auto 6 streams, just like this. If you can't handle it, that's great. Go find someone else to watch, like you losers love to do secretly. We got James Sparkler coming through. He's gifting out one membership. Then we got about 6 new members here today. You guys are coming through. We got about 6 new members here today. Yeah, that's great. They're going to... a lot of people play mobile games. Not on these people. It doesn't matter. Those people are not watching some guy on the internet talk about console gaming. I mean, come on, dude. No one in here is playing mobile games, though. I'll tell you that. I mean, if you guys are, then I would be surprised. Maybe here and there, but no one's in here religiously playing mobile games. They're not going to trolls, and that's none of your business if they are. Why are you concerned? It's not your channel. See, there you go with the entitlement. Let's get you banned. Because you just put yourself over. We're not in the business of letting other people go into the business for themselves. Okay, this isn't your show. You weren't there making the channel with me in 2011. Okay, you didn't come up with the idea. You didn't put the camera on the tripod. You didn't film the videos. You didn't do the live streams. You've done nothing. Okay, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. I don't care how dedicated and loyal you think you are. I don't care about your disease upstairs. At the end of the day, it's my fucking channel right here at youtube.com/MichaelDoesLife. I got the plaque. I got the subscribers. I got the viewership. I was in Crobcat's latest video. And by the way, Crobcat has a very secret video that none of you guys will ever see. The only way we'll show it is if we do it locally at a theater because it's that fucking good. So, yeah, and you don't believe me on that? I don't care. And it's funny how you guys are so mad about this Crobcat obsession. Well, I'll run the fucking video back again. I don't care. I mean, it's obvious that you guys didn't listen. The video came out, 2 or 3 weeks ago? You still didn't listen. It went in one ear and out the other. Because you guys treat it like a social thing, and it's like, well, maybe if you actually sat there and listened, we can't even keep up. There's so much damn support. Look at this right here. D. Chirito is in the building with the $10 super chat. It's what we love to see. We got to get the lasers out. Hell, I'm doing more than that. Come on. D. Chirito is in the building.
Good to see you back, Michael.
That's what we talking about, and we're going to run this back real quick here. Hold on. We're going to run this back real quick here. I need you guys to lock in for this. You guys are coming through pretty bigly and strongly here today. We do appreciate that big-time support. Let's keep at it. And we're going to run this back. D. Doritos coming through with the 10. We got people gifting memberships left and right. James Sparkler. We literally can't even keep up. I don't know what's going on. There's so much support. But James Sparkler is in the building. He's gifting out 3 or 4 or 5 memberships here at this point. We got D. Chirito in the building with a $10 super chat as well. Let's get some more lasers out and some fireworks as well. And it looks like we got Georgie coming through the pipeline here. I don't know what is going on, why that's not playing out. But Georgie is coming through the pipeline here, and he says, will you be live on May 2nd? Well, we most likely will. I think we're going to be live every day leading up to this conference call because something could be dropping out of nowhere. Rockstar Games is very unpredictable. Everyone says they can predict Rockstar Games. Well, if that's the case, then why can't you predict ever? I mean, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, yeah, we know what Rockstar's game plan is. No, you don't. Because if you did, then you would have better content, and you guys would be, everyone would be able to predict who the fuck, when these things are coming. No one knows. But we do know that the Take-Two investor call is coming May 21st. That we can tell you. So cope and seethe. James Sparkler continuing to gift. And it is what we love to see. We are running it back officially, folks. We need you to lock in in a way that makes sense. Are you guys ready for the? It's going to be too much content, but that's okay. We always provide a little too much, but you know, we dress to impress. I'll tell you. Look at this right here. I don't even know what's going on. I mean, I really don't. I don't even know what's going on. There it is right there, Georgie. Georgie coming through. Look at this right here.
Michael, will you be live on May 2 ST?
Okay, that is just now playing out. I don't know why that's not popping up on the screen, but yeah, we will probably be live. If we're going to lock in May 1st. May's a big month for Grand Theft Auto 6, so we have to start locking in regardless of whether or not you care or regardless of, and I'm not saying you, Georgie, I'm just saying, you know, these people in general specifically, their opinions are irrelevant. I'm locking in May 1st, whether there's 5 people here or 2. I don't care. That's what we're doing. I have been waiting for this game for a very long time, as you guys have as well. We have been covering it, especially in the summer of 2024. We were covering this game almost every day. There was no news for 400 days. I mean, it was impossible to cover. It was impossible to cover. James Sparkler is coming through. We're getting the lasers out. Are you guys ready? We're getting the lasers out. Here we go. James Sparkler is in the building, and it is what we love to see. The most kino comfy live show in all of video. World class is in the building, and you're not. Come on! Woo. Come on! Let's get it! They told the losers that they never said yeah. They said unsubscribe to your channel. They thought they were cool, but they looked in the mirror and said, oh my god, I'm so stupid. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't wanna be a macho man. You wanna be tough, better do what you can, so beat it. But you wanna be bad, so beat it, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Show them how funky, show them just right. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. Just beat it, just beat it, just beat it. There's too much content. It's too much content. Holy shit. Oh man, we're gonna have a heart attack on here. He's still coming through. James Sparkler is in the building. It's what we love to see. James Sparkler is coming through. We are completely, totally out of breath. It's over. They just can't handle it. It's a sad situation. Adam Theory, James Sparkler. We're cracking it open. It's too much content. We're cracking it open. How about someone drop the Bruce Wayne box tonight? I'll show you something we got out here. Because it's a lot of content. Who's going to drop them Bruce Wayne bucks? I'm tired. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. World class is too old. I wouldn't be too old if we had viewers. I mean, we could be. You know, we can have that energy, but these people in here have energy problems. I mean, they really do. And some of these people in their early 20s, could you imagine? That could never be me. Look at this right here. Todd Howard just came out. Todd Howard just came out. DJ Van Edit. DJ Van Edit. I'm already to run it back. DJ Van Edit.
Let's go.
Oh, Lord. Soros. Who is playing that? That's what we're talking about. They can't handle it. We're banning the Gaming is Dead losers because they're bringing negativity in here. It's all about positivity, especially as we get closer to this Take-Two investor call. We need great vibes and sunshine, and we can't have these losers coming in saying stupid, silly stuff that the game isn't coming out, that the game is dead. I mean, these people are miserable. We got to get them out of here. Because, you know, they want to rub their misery off on World Class. We don't need to hear your garbage. Look at this right here. DJ Van Edit is in the building, and he's coming through it in a way that makes sense. He is coming through big and strong. The fireworks aren't even working. DJ Van Edit is coming through. And it certainly is what we love to see. With the $20 super chat, he says it's Saros' game of the year. That slop's not even out yet. We might check that out, but I don't, it's a Returnal 2.0 experience, and I don't think that that's all that entertaining. GTA 6, there's something new. The gaming is about to take over. That's what I'm saying. They need to start locking in. It's ridiculous in here. We got DiGerito coming through, and coming through bigly. They can't handle it. That way you can tell. I mean, I can barely handle it. We're out of breath out here. Look at that right there. DiGerito is in the building. He's membering up now. And it is certainly what we love to. Well, the game is, how can you come in here with a logical brain and say that the game is fake? And that applies to anyone. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what do you think they're doing? Like, not making the game, and they're selling you nothing? Like what world do you live in where you think that that's a possibility? DiGerito is in the building, and he's coming through. And let's take a look at this right here. Yeah, great call there. Great call there. Right there. That's what we love to see. Coming in really hot and getting it out of there in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. So we got DiGerito coming through. Guys, did you guys hear them? I hope you guys could hear the music, because if you couldn't hear that music, that might have been a super cringe moment. And we can't have more of those. DiGerito with the Billy coming through bigly. We've got DJ Van Edit. So since DJ Van Edit came through, and I think current king of the jungle here, we're going to show you something, guy. I need to lock in. Cállate, pinche. You guys are not listening. Trailer 3, May 5th or the 12th. Pin those dates. Okay, so this Eddie guy seems to be confident in May 5th or May 12th. Let's take a look at when those are. So May 5th would be this Tuesday. That's Cinco de Mayo. May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. Okay, I don't think they're going to be dropping anything on May, but again, we don't know what Rockstar's plans are. I mean, we just don't. May 12th, he is saying, so he's confident on a Tuesday. And here's the thing: it could be Tuesday, it could be Thursday, it could be Friday. I mean, you just don't know, and that's why May is going to be. I mean, we know that the Take-Two investor call is locked in; it's confirmed. We know that there's going to be an update on Grand Theft Auto 6 there, at least to a certain extent, to a certain degree. And that's better than nothing. I mean, it really is better than nothing. Your donos never work. You got to try a super sticker, and I know you guys don't like doing that. So try. If it doesn't work, try super sticker. Sometimes that'll go through more so than. But some of you guys like to troll about that stuff, and I wish we could help you, but it's just how broken this platform is. It's a terrible shame. It really is a terrible shame. May 19th before the Take-Two event. That's what I'm saying. You guys are throwing around all of these dates. That's why we're going to have to be live almost daily for Grand Theft Auto 6 here in May, because we don't know when they're going to. I mean, they could potentially drop it at any moment. Hell, it might be before May. We don't. I mean, we just don't know. And we're going to be down. Let me take a look here. This is actually. Hold on. If this lines up. Oh my God! Hold on. 1, 2, 3. You have to understand, we're going to be below 200 days. We're going to be below 200 days on May 1st. It's going to be like 198 days, 197 days, or something like that until the game releases. So we're below the 200 weight. I mean, that's unbelievable. It really is. And we have the Take-Two investor call coming up May 21st. Rockstar presumably could be dropping something sooner than that. And that's what's going to be exciting. Okay, so since DJ Van Edit has come through and everyone else, we got this right here, and we need you to lock in. We got this right here, and we got the DK Oldies special again. Now, I don't know, it might be too much content to open this up right now, but just know that there are 2 games in here, 2 PS3 games in here. So we want you guys to guess what those games are in the chat right now. We have 2 PS3 games in here. We want you guys to guess what they might very well be for the retro stream. We went down the DK Oldies road, to see if the games are in good shape and things like that. Now we paid a little more, but that's a part of the experience, you know. So with that said, we have 2 PS3 games for the retro stream, and you guys can guess what those are. We'll see the condition of the games. Hopefully there's no disc rot. Where's Input Funny? I mean, every time I'm live, this guy's not in here. And he came in here the other night, and what was it, the walking stream 4 or 5 days ago? He came in here for 2 minutes. It was a low-energy stream. I've never seen it like that before. And it's just like, man, we got beautiful weather, and we can't even do those streams because the audience is so low energy. But I will tell you, he came in here for, I think, seriously 5 minutes, and he says, I'm here. And it's like, are you serious? He came in here and said, I'm here, by the way, implying that he's going to stay. You know, you're here. No one just says they're here and then leaves 2 minutes. Well, that's what he does. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? My schedule, by the way. I'm busy, by the way. I'm too tired. The content isn't what I need. No one cares. Get a job. I mean, it's just unbelievable with these people. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the guesses here. Someone said Watch Dogs. No. Why would I play? We've already played Watch Dogs. Why would I play Watch Dogs? That's a terrible guess. I mean, it's not a terrible guess, but it doesn't make sense. Why would I buy Watch Dogs on the PS3? I mean, I don't see how that's gonna. Assassin's Creed. I already have Assassin's Creed on Xbox 360. Why do we have terrible guesses in here? Infamous, that's a terrible game. Never liked those games, and I played them when they were new on the PS3. I played the demo for the first one. I came home from school and played it, and it was boring. All you do is shock things in the open world, and it's like there's not much detail at all. So those games are very overrated. And the last one they made is a Troy Baker special. It's woke, and I think he's even got the COVID mask on in that one. I don't know. That was before COVID, by the way. Infamous 2. I'm gonna ban this guy. I mean, channel activity joined 4 years ago. I mean, we just 1 minute timeout just for the terrible guesses there. I mean, you like, what are you doing? Just spamming random games? Like, why would I play that garbage? Let's take a look here. Metal Gear Solid 4. I literally have that game already. We've already played it on the stream. Jeez. Silent Hill 2 and 3. I don't know if those are on PS3. GTA 5 OG. We already have that. Like, you guys don't even watch the streams. What the hell? I saw him say that. He said, I'm here, complained, and then said, I'm leaving. That's what I'm saying. I mean, can you imagine being so fake? It's a sad situation. So far, no one has guessed the games. No one has guessed the games. And that's why I said, well, we don't need to show you them then. If you guys can't even bother to put some energy into guessing what the games could be, then we can't help you, because I'm gonna well, I don't know if we should confirm what they are, even if you guess it right, because, you know, that kind of loses the surprise. If we don't tell you what they are, then, you know, you actually might come into the retro stream and give it a watch. You know, you see, we got to hook you somehow, right? We got to put the hooks in the meat a little bit here and get you in here. We can't just tell you everything, because, you know, it's show business. We have to get you in here. And let's take a look here. Batman. No, I wouldn't buy no Batman. The Batman games are terrible. We played all of those Batman games. I think we were kind of positive on that. What was it? Batman. We played it. It's a Christmas one. Batman Arkham Origins or something. I don't know. Red Dead Zombies, Splatterhouse. We already have all of these games. I don't know. Why would I buy the same game that I already have? Like, that doesn't make any sense. We're not playing Left 4 Dead 2. That's trash. One of the worst games we've ever played. It's a bunch of slop where the zombies run at you, and it has no story, by the way. It's one of those lore video games. Left 4 Dead 2 is honestly a garbage game. It's anti-fun. It's busy work central. The zombies run at you. You know, you got these 28 days later zombies. It's so unrealistic. It's stupid. you know, and then they got these cliche zombies like the bloater and the witch and oh, like I just can't. And you know what they did too? Left 4 Dead 1 came out, and then Left 4 Dead 2 came out like literally less than like a year later, and everyone said Valve is still amazing. But if any other company did that, boy oh boy, they get the pitchforks out. Look it up, Left 4 Dead 1 release date, and look at Left 4 Dead 2 release date. We're talking maybe a year, maybe 2. I don't know what. It was a really short time frame. So everyone that bought Left 4 Dead 1 was screwed over because they wanted you to buy the next best thing, and that was Left 4 Dead 2. It's a terrible shame, but you don't care. Wow, we got a lot of fake fans. Dude, I've already played all of these games on the stream. You guys don't watch the streams. I'm not hiring an editor. We're not hiring an editor. We can't afford to hire one anymore. If you guys came in with Bruce Wayne books every day, then we can take care of some things. But we're not hiring an editor just because you guys are lazy to watch the streams. It's not happening. I'll take the hit on viewership. I don't care. I don't need people watching the edits, because then they won't watch the stream. I mean, I got to get you in here while we're live, so that way this works. Otherwise, we can't, have this work in here. That's why these losers have no fucking viewers, because they don't understand any of this stuff. I swear, I don't know how any of these people have a YouTube channel. In fact, they shouldn't be allowed to have a YouTube channel because they suck. I honestly think you should have to take a course in order to be a YouTuber, like an exam, like you have to with the college or something. In order to get in, you have to show your credentials and say, well, this is my GPA. I'm not a dumbass. Please accept me into your university. I think that's how that works. And it's just like, bro, that's what you should have to do on YouTube. You shouldn't let everyone be able to create things because they suck. Go create things and then come back when you're better. I don't know what to tell you. They just suck. I mean, you know how many people wouldn't be able to figure out how to stream like this? We're outside. So then they have to figure out how to get internet outside, and you think it's easy, but it's not, because if you use a mobile hotspot, they give you like 50 gigs of data that's actually worthwhile, and you'll eat up that quick with streaming. So it's just like, bro, that's the number one thing. And then the second thing is audio. You have to figure out audio outside, and it's pretty difficult actually, with a lot of wind and a lot of unpredictability with that. So those are the two big key factors, and then. Just doing the show outside is another big one as well. These people in here mentally couldn't do that. They can't sit in front of a computer outside and actually dance around, because they're losers. I mean, these people have not graduated from the basement. They really haven't. So far, no one has guessed the PS3 games. We've actually already told you, but you guys, shows how much you guys listen. We've actually told you what we were going to get. Pretty positive of that. Michael has played everything. Yeah, we have played a lot of games on this channel, but the thing is, we can replay them because no one watched the first time around, right? And we have a new audience. I mean, 3 years ago, we had a different audience than we do now, for the most part, 3 or 4 years ago. So that's what I'm saying, and that'll be the case as well going forward, because we're seeing people drop off already, and it's just like, unreal to me how you're dropping off before literally I would say at least wait until GTA 6 and you guys can drop off, because there's nothing coming out after that unless you want to talk about the Interstellar Galactic. But like, bro, we don't even know when that's coming. That's probably a PS6 launch title or something, probably late 2027, and that's a long time. Elder Scrolls is going to be trash. Starfield is junk. So there's really nothing to look forward to outside of GTA 6. I mean, for me anyway, as a 35-something-year-old gamer, I mean, honestly, I don't. But you're probably not in that position, so it doesn't apply to you. The chat is totally dead. Wake up. Hello. Cállate, pinche. You guys are going to get banned in here, okay? I'm going to ban the mods. I'm going to ban the members. I'm going to ban the supporters. That's what we're going to start doing. It's going to be a whole ban process. Everyone's banned. I'll ban myself too. Because they can't lock in here. They can't have a conversation. I haven't been live in 5 days. What have you guys been doing? Who have you been watching? Go ahead and name the names so I can ban you right now. Fucking idiots. Because you guys watch terrible content, and you guys go over there and you're real chatty with that guy, aren't you? Yeah, you love talking to that guy. Because you wish he was your friend, but just know that he'll never be your friend. None of these people on the internet will never be your friend. I'll be your friend. I'll meet up with my fans. I'll do streams with them. We don't have to see eye to eye as long as it makes great content, and that, that's fine with me. I'm here to make great content. I'm here to entertain, So I'll meet up with my fans if they're genuine fans and not weirdos and creeps. And losers, right? We'll meet up with our fans, but I'm not, I don't do this virtual shit. I'm not big on virtual stuff. So if you want to do virtual thing, then it's not going to be exciting, right? You got to make it big and make it exciting, and everyone does virtual podcasts. Like, you got to get outside the basement. It's just like, what the fuck? Look at this right here, D. Jarito in the building. Look at this right here.
Dingerito 2,779 super.
D. Jarito is in the building yet again. How are you guys not guessing these games correctly? I'm pretty sure we've told you what we were going to buy weeks ago. It's not Fear 1 and 2 because we actually just recently played those. And those games, well, I'm not going to say it. Which one did we play? Was it Fear 2? I don't think we liked it. Maybe it was Fear 1. I don't know. I'm not allowed to say that, though, because they're going to get hot in here. They get really nasty with that stuff. Look at this right. DJ Gayete. Gayete. Come on.
Coyote LA Boca. GTA 6 is dead right now. Gameplay.
Oh, my God. How is it dead when... It's called patience. You have to wait for the best in the world to cook. It's going to be worth the wait to a lot of people. I mean, most people will be satisfied with it. I don't think it's good. It's not hard to satisfy gamers. So, but Rockstar, they're a little autistic, so they go above and beyond, and that's what we like. So, it's called patience. We know that there's going to be an update on May 21st, and there could be an update before that from Rockstar themselves. They want to make that earnings conference call look really good and instill confidence in GTA 6. I think more than likely, they might have something before that. Fear is all cheap jump scare. Well, I'm glad you said it because, see, now, I read your comment. I didn't say it, so yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it though because they'll get really hot in here. We'll lose more people because that group of people that got mad about the DLSS 5, they're not in here as much anymore. I've noticed that. They like to crawl back into their dungeons and act like they have a human. And it's like, well, maybe they did get the summer job, but I want to see some results here. But they got mad about the DLSS 5. They got mad about the bill conversation because I said it was always like that in the game. They didn't want to hear that, even though they know it was correct. And then the DLSS 5, I said AI's the future. Couldn't handle that conversation either. They love you until they don't. Right? I mean, it's just weird. If I watch someone religiously for like 4 or 5, 6 years, there's no way the guy's going to piss me off. Like, there's just no way. Because, I mean, it's just like, I don't get it. Either be parasocial or don't. I don't understand. If I watch someone for 5 or 6 years on the internet consistently, like, his opinion on a video game wouldn't piss me off. Like, I don't care if it were my favorite game and my grandma got it for me and then she passed away 2 weeks later or something. Come on, dude. Like, what is wrong with you people? These guys got to get a summer job. They have to relocate their priorities inside their head. And I'm telling you, they're going to feel a little healthier. They need to get a summer job. I'll get a summer job too. And it'll be fantastic. My summer job is going to be called "How to Not Be a Loser," and that's I'm creating the job. That's what I'm going to be creating a job, homie. Yep, the bill conversation, the DLSS 5. There was another one too. There was a third one. I think it was Ghost of Yote, but there was another one that was super ultra sensitive. Never seen the chat move that fast before in here. I was defending The Last of Us lore. I said it was always implied very heavily and very explicitly that Bill was the way that he was. The show changed nothing. The only thing the show did was put a little bit more of an emphasis on it. Okay, don't watch the episode then. Not hard. But to pretend that it wasn't in the original game is a fallacy and a lie. Okay? I mean, it really is. So that's all I was saying. I didn't say it was right or wrong. I just said it was in the initial 2013 PlayStation 3 video game. They wanted to act like it wasn't, or that I was remembering it wrong, or maybe they just wanted to sit there and say, well, we don't want to remember it like that. But that's just false. It's unreal. Right here, DJ Fan Edit is coming through. Pay the mods. Okay, let's get you up out of here. Why would I pay some of these mods? They can barely show up. There'd only be about maybe 2 or 3 people on the pay list. I'm not paying mods. We don't have enough viewership to do that. We're not a big channel. DJ Fan Edit is coming through. That's for Asmon Gold type level of viewership and all that other crap. DJ Fan Edit in the building with a 2. He says GTA 6 should cost $100. Well, that's what I said. It should cost $100 because the PlayStation 5 Pro, that's now what, $900. You got GTA 6. And then, you want an OLED television to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 Pro. PlayStation 5 Pro is presumably going to be the best place to play and experience GTA 6 later this year, November 19, 2026, 207 days from now. So as such, you're going to need that summer job to save up to get the best that money can buy to experience this video game in a way that makes sense. How am I wrong? I disagree with you on the bill conversation. You can't disagree, though. You can't, I mean, you can disagree, but bro, those are just facts. It's not me picking a side. All I'm telling you is that the PlayStation 3 video game blatantly shows Bill's personality. It is not subtle, okay? Because that's what they were trying to argue, is that, it was subtle. No, it's not. There's literally 2 cutscenes that zoom right in on the magazine. Now, if they didn't want to show that, then it would have been in the background somewhere where the player has to find it. That's subtlety, or the player has to go out of their way to find it. It's literally in the freaking cutscene. It's part of the narrative. What are you talking about? So you can disagree. That's fair, but just know that you're wrong. Okay? And not only that, it's not just the magazine. Like there's a whole nother section where the guy's in the room and he wrote a letter to Bill. Oh, I'm not even going to get into it. They clearly didn't play the game. They didn't play the game. They were acting like Bill was straight. Bill ain't straight. Okay? Bill is not straight. He didn't vote for Trump. That's what you imagined. That's what you fantasized about. And that's not the reality. Like these Trump supporters came in here and said, I swear to God, this is what they did. They came in here and they acted like Bill would have voted for Trump. Well, we don't know. I mean, it's a fictional video game character, but we knew Bill ain't straight. Okay? Why do they want to argue this? Like, do you need me to break this down scene by scene? Like, what is there to how do you come in here and still say I disagree? You must be that one guy on an alt. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God, Adam Theory is joining in on that comment. There's no way. It was not implied. How is it implied? Adam Theory, if you have it, no. Adam Theory, if you have a magazine like that in your basement, and your mom goes down there and she finds that magazine, is she gonna? Your mom's gonna think you're gay. What are you guys? You guys are trolling. I'm gonna start banning. Bill is. Oh no! I can't. We're gonna lose more viewers because they'll get pissed off later on down the road. That's what they do. Bill is not. I'm not doing it. You guys didn't play the game. Here we go again with this crap. I don't understand. I'm just saying it's not that deep for real. No, no, you're wrong. You're wrong because you're not even presenting an argument. You just said you disagree. It's not that deep. That's not an argument. What are you arguing? That Bill was straight? Wrong. There's more evidence to suggest that Bill wasn't straight. So you're wrong. Bill's not straight in the PlayStation 3 video game. You can disagree with the show. You can disagree with the episode. Okay? But to act like it did not exist when the seed was planted, It's in the game. It is not implied at all. Where's the implication? Where's the implication? Show me. Come on, let's have a debate. You want to have an intellectual debate? Show off your fucking brain. Because I'm smarter than you and I'm better than you. So go ahead and fucking start it. Because boy, oh boy, am I going to start getting pissed off in here again. I am sick and tired of you losers coming in here and just saying stupid, silly shit. God damn. Here we go. It is not implied. So if you have a gay magazine in your basement right now with naked men in it, what's your mom gonna think? She gonna think you straight? No, she gonna think you gay. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying. The fuck are you guys smoking in here? Because it's really strong. You need to put down the pipe is what you guys need to do. I think that's a big problem that you guys are you're enabling. They made a full episode. Why are we doing this again? They made a full episode about him and his lover. It's like adding Joel and Tess love scenes, which wasn't a part of the game story. Wrong. You didn't play the video game. There's literally a note in the freaking house. Right before you leave and you push the truck out of the garage, there's a note. Unless I misunderstood that scene, that was Bill's partner. What are you guys talking about? Dude, they didn't play the game. You guys are frauds. Oh my God. Why? Why are they doing this conversation again? And they think they're so intellectual too. They think they're on the right side. Well, you're not on the right side because anyone with common sense can show you the game and say this is where it stands. You don't have to agree with it. We're not saying you do, but that's where it stands. Take it to 4 Channel. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done.
$4.99. If he was gay, why didn't he hit on Joel? I would have.
I'm not having this. We've literally lost people. Where is Ryan Curtis? Where's Big Dog Ryan Curtis? I have no idea. Clad in Shadows 99. He's apparently left the show after 5 years of loyalty. Okay. Cobain. I don't know where that guy's at. He doesn't come in here as often. I mean, obviously those 3 people, and there's more, that were seemingly offended with this conversation a few months ago. And then you add on the AI conversation. So they start saying, well, we disagree with Bill, we disagree with the AI. So now that's 2 strikes for World Class, and then one other one, and then they said we're leaving the show. We're not giving you any more of our support. So I mean, I'm not saying that's what they said literally, but it seems like that's where it's at. Because if they're not tuning in, well, then what are they doing, right? I mean. Well, that's why we got mods. We got mods to take care of that stuff. And if the mods can't get to it, then it's just going to sit there. These guys don't deserve the DK oldies unpacked. That's what I'm saying. I mean, well, the support's not strong enough for that. If we were to hit a little bit, maybe some more Bruce Wayne bucks, I would open it and say, well, these are. I would unveil the stream, but they can't handle it. But they don't have a conversation. All they say is that it was implied in the game, and that the show went off the rails with it. By the way, but they're acting like it was up for the viewer to decide. That's what they're acting like. It was up for the viewer to, like up to the player to decide in the video game. Like, well, it was implied that Bill was this way, but it's up to the player's imagination. No. Like they didn't play the video game. And even when I go through that specific scene, they sit there and want to argue it and say, no, that's not how it is. You're misunderstanding this. Why wouldn't the show explore that? It's in the lore. It's in the original lore. Now, here's the thing. If the show came up with that out of nowhere, then I can understand the frustration. Because they're shoehorning it in when it's not necessary. But it's already in the lore. It's in the original lore from Bruce, Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley, right? So there you go. What are you guys talking about? You don't have to agree with it, but all I'm telling you is that it's always been there, and you guys can't have a conversation about it like civilized people. So we're going to drop it because every time because this guy in here, what's this guy? Crambo 4-5. Let me see channel activity. See, he joined 11 years ago. This is an authentic conversation that he's trying to have, and he's coming in here and he's saying, Bill was never straight. Wait, he actually agreed. He said Bill was never straight. There just wasn't an episode about him being in 2013. I don't understand. You just flip-flopped on your opinion. You literally just flip-flopped on your opinion. You said I disagree with you on the Bill conversation, but I'm still here. It's not that serious. And then you flip-flopped. You flip-flopped. What? Oh my God. I think people were just mad about the show dedicating an entire episode to Bill being gay when the game, it was 2 cutscenes and a note. Oh, so now we're going to admit that it wasn't implied and that there was strong evidence to suggest that he was that way, and that, oh my God. So you conceded. You conceded, and World Class has won because you just admitted that, yes, he is that way in the game. I thought it was implied, by the way. I thought it was implied. You just conceded and you lost. Go and see. like, I don't understand the argument in here. It's like the most autistic thing. Jesus Lord. Yeah, they put the blame on Druckmann. They love doing that. He's their go-to guy when they don't agree with. And if you guys did vote for Trump, just know that most of these game devs are very anti-Trump. So it's not. You should just quit video games then, because boy, if they found out you voted for Trump and you were playing their game, yeah, they wouldn't probably like that. Either way, The Last of Us 1 is woke and turned the game industry into moot. Okay, but hold on. Crambo, you said you initially disagreed. You said you disagreed with the Bill conversation. So why don't you bring up what you had to say? Because right now you're not talking sense. You're just saying things in here. Let's see what this guy said here. Neil Druckmann made Bill put the magazine in the basement. There's more than just the magazine. You guys didn't. Upon fate, can you just? Oh my God. Dude, it's the dialogue, like the choice of words that he uses, very, very suggestive. The magazine is shown close-ups like 2 or 3 times. There's even Ellie dialogue about it with Joel in the car. The letter to Bill's friend and which was a male, by the way. Oh man, I can't. These people are weird in here, dude. And it's all. I'm not saying I agree with it or disagree with it. All I'm saying is that it's a fact. The original PS3 game, that was in the lore of the story. So for them to expand upon that, in my opinion, maybe you disagreed with it. That's fair. But it's not something that they just made up for the sake of being DEI or woke or whatever you losers say. It was in the freaking lore, in the PS3 game that you thought was so based and for conservatives. No, you lost. It's called liberal arts, okay? They all voted for Kamala and they all voted for Hillary. Cope and seethe, okay? You guys are more woke than the motherfucking people that you claim are woke. Like, it's so fucking annoying. It really is. I'm so tired of the politics. Fucking loser-ass people in here. Shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. The Last of Us was always that way. Cope and fucking seethe. I don't care about your dumb fucking fantasy of what you thought the game was. Like, yeah, I played it when I was... No, I don't care. You're a dumb idiot. Holy shit. It's just like I don't understand why they have such a problem with this conversation. All I'm stating is facts. They planted the seed in the PlayStation 3 version. When the game first came out, they didn't add it in the remake. They didn't add it in the remaster. It was always there, bro. So what did they do? They looked, the creators of the freaking show, they said, Bill is this way. It's very much so said in the game without actually saying it. And that's how it is. Okay, well, let's expand upon this. You don't have to agree with it, but to say that it wasn't there to begin with is ridiculous. And where's Crambo? This guy is completely... This is what these people do. They clam up in here. As soon as you can test what they have to say, they clam up in here. It's ridiculous. And they're coming in here with the same conversation again. RE1 had the same criticism about being too movie life. I don't know what that means. Where's that Resident Evil trailer at? I thought that was coming out 2 weeks ago. The Resident Evil movie trailer is the movie's coming out in September. Where the hell is the trailer? Bill didn't need to ask about Tess. That's what I'm saying. Bill is not straight. And that's okay. But they want to pretend like he was straight in the PS3 game and that they somehow, Naughty Dog got woke and DEI and all this crap. That's their grift. It's almost a mental illness. They create these mental illnesses for themselves because they love living in filth. Weird people. I mean, really, honestly, like if it wasn't that big of a deal, then why did you guys care so much about? Well, we didn't need the whole episode dedicating. Why? Bill's not even fleshed out in the game, dude. You barely get to know these characters in the game. It's a road trip game. You're always on the move. You barely get to meet Bill in the game. Yes, they needed to expand on Bill's story. I haven't seen the show, so maybe it is trash. But I don't care if you're here. Crambo, you're a fucking loser, okay? Go back to 4channel. Fuck you. 5-minute ban. You can't add anything interesting. You fucking waved the white flag and you conceded like a little bitch. Shut the fuck up. Sick and tired of these losers in here. They want to come in here and act like they're intellectuals. Some of you guys are so brain dead, it's not even funny. Zero fucking confidence, zero fucking anything in life. Like, holy shit. Can't wait until you're 50. You won't even make it to 50. There's no way your heart's going to make it to 50. Because you eat like shit. You have no fucking physical fitness in your life. You laugh at it online. Dude, some of these people are going to have massive regret in their life. They just sit in that fucking basement in front of that computer for fucking decades straight, bro. Like, what are you doing? I got severe fucking problems. Fuck, man. It's actually just sad. It's fucking sad. They gave him the update in the patch. See, that's what they want to think. That's what they want to think. Silent Hill 1 was also a movie game. First of all, you guys haven't even guessed what the games are. No one in here has guessed correctly. I don't understand. Is this DSP 2.0? Yep, it is. So get a summer job and support the show. Oh my God. How is this like DSP? I'm outside, he's not. Shut the fuck up. To be outside right now is something you losers couldn't do. Can I tell you that right now? It's ridiculous. Oh my God. I don't sit in the basement all day and just stream video games, so that's the most uninteresting. The only time we do that is when there's a new release or something we want to play. We have the retro stream coming up, but the support could be stronger in here. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Now I got to do a walking stream because today's support wasn't strong enough, which it won't be tonight either. The night crew is so lazy. I mean, these people are on medication the whole day, and by the time that time hits, motherfucking ass ain't tuning in. Okay, let's get you up out of here. People have the talking points mixed up. It's the Ellie. It's Ellie in the DLC. Hold on. It's Ellie in the DLC that the game added her. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're talking about that. I mean, and that's another thing too. Why aren't they bringing that up? I mean, these people that voted for Trump, seemingly, I mean, they got a problem with the show, and they said, oh, The Last of Us 2 is so woke, and Naughty Dog is ruined. The first game is so amazing, when the first game has all of the same things that the second game has. It's just not spelled out to you in a way that the second game is. And then they get so mad about it and so hot about it that they're frustrated inside, really. I think they got big problems. I really just think they do. That's the only way I can put it. I mean, I hate saying that, but it's just like that might be the only way I can explain it. I just don't understand. I don't care about these trash hats. Get these bots out of here. Okay, I'm gonna try and find one intellectual comment here. Let's take a look here. Can't find one. Nothing caught the eye, and believe me, it takes a lot to catch the eye because they move around a lot. Oh, Chad's totally dead. I guess they got mad about the bill thing again. You see how it moved a little bit there, and then they said, well, you know what this is how they think they win the argument. They say, oh, Michael's a grifter. He doesn't really care about what he talks about. Well, that's a cop-out excuse. If I didn't care, you think I'd really sit on this bench for, a couple bucks? The fuck out of here. I mean, and that's another thing, too. They say World Class is a grifter. World Class doesn't care about video games. He just talks about them. We've been doing it for longer than you guys. I mean, it's just ridiculous. These people are fucking insane. These conspiracy theories. They got to get off the internet and touch grass. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a touch grass stream. I'm going to invite all these incels, and we're going to stand in a circle, and whoever touches grass the most is going to come out victorious. You guys need this. Let's talk about DLSS 5 now. Well, let's talk about where's the support. Who's the last guy to come through? That's been 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. I mean, it's just a little dry out here. There it is right there! Eric's... Look at that great timing! Holy shit!
Just tip $19.99 through Super Chat.
Look at that right there.
Have a great Sunday, bro.
That's what we're trying to, but they're getting crazy in here. Eric's is in the building, and he's coming through big and strong with a $20 Super Chat. I mean, you want to talk about timing? Holy shit, perfect timing right there. As Eric's is in the building, he is plowing through, and it is what we love to see, coming through hard and strong with a $20 Super Chat. We are getting the lasers out as Eric's is coming through big and strong with the $20 Super Chat. You love to see it. Just coming through in a way that makes sense. And we hope you're having a great Sunday as well. I mean, we got beautiful weather out here. It could be a little warmer, but the last time we came out here, we were literally cold. I think we got sick or something. It was so cold out here. It was we had to rock back and forth to stay warm, and it wasn't working. But if this sun were down, I'll tell you this: if the sun is down, it's going to get chilly tonight. You got to get the blankets out. We got Eric's in the building coming through. It's a beautiful Sunday. They can't handle it. They don't love games. They love consuming, whether that's games or political agenda. They just consume. Yeah, they love lining up to the buffet and consuming. That's why the Crowcat video went in one ear and out the other, because it's about video games, right? And they don't. That doesn't float boat. I mean, it just doesn't float the boat. That's why it's hard to cover video games. You could talk about movies and be more successful. Because there's new movies every Friday. Every Friday there's not new games unless you want to talk about indie games. So covering movies is actually a lot easier. There's always a new movie coming out. Might not be the best movie every week, but there's always a new movie coming out. And then there's trailers. I mean, there's always something happening. With video games, it seems like it's a little bit more slow. Look at this right here. Weirdest Stanley is in the building. Look at this right here. You Huge dubs.
At Weird Stanley super chatted $5.
Yeah.
Love you.
That's what we talking about.
Stay strong. Woman breastfeeding emoji.
That's what we talking about.
Breastfeeding emoji.
We're getting the lasers out. Weird
Breastfeeding
Stanley
emoji.
is in the building.
Breastfeeding emoji.
And he is coming through as we get the lasers going here. Weird Stanley coming through with a 5. We got something in the eyeball. I was going to unbox the games, but no one guessed them correctly. I mean, maybe if someone would have guessed them correctly, we would have opened them up to... but I think, should we save that for the retro stream and see what the condition is? Because if we open them up now, we can look at the discs and see what's going on. And they're from DK Oldies, and it could be a hit or miss. I think we're overpriced too, but whatever. It's a part of it. I mean, we want to see what the condition is. But this is going to be for the retro stream. And I know we've told you what it is. We need Crobecat Part 4. I'm about ready to run it back right now. I mean, they're not listening. I want to watch the Dead Rising video. That one's so fantastic. Now, I know Dead Rising is not as popular, but, bro, they destroyed that game, bro. I mean, the remake is terrible as well, of course, but, man, that Dead Rising demake, you knew it was bad when Crobecat had to put together the magnum opus to say, you guys are idiots that are shilling. Because they were shilling that slop, too. Bad. Really bad. They were shilling the Dead Rising demake. Could you imagine? And they get mad when we talk about Crobecat in here. So that's even that's funny to me. How you guys get so mad? How dare we be a fan of something? He's the only creator on this platform that's any good, really, honestly. I mean, and creator, I would say that's a taboo word, but I would say filmmaker. He's the only person on this platform that's actually putting out worthwhile content that's actually worth watching, not just all the way through, but multiple times as well. You guys love watching that Jeffrey Dahmer guy with the microphone in his hand, and it's the worst content I've ever seen. I don't know how you guys watch that garbage, but you guys secretly love it because that guy's still pulling in six figures for views every video. And it's like, who is actually sitting down and, you know what I mean? Like, who is watching that? They just don't get it. I mean, they'll never get it. I mean, that's okay. We don't need them to get it. You know what I mean? They can stay somewhere else.
They don't get it.
They don't get it, but that's okay. We don't need them over here because if they don't get it, then we can't let them in. We're because right now we're all in the watchtower looking down, and they try to come in, and I said, well, what's that IQ? And they say is low, and I say, well, come back when it's higher. Eric's is in the building, and he is coming through bigly here today with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. We're in the demake era. That we are. I didn't say Luke Steffens. That's not who I was talking about. I mean, all these YouTubers are the same. They all do the same video. They all put on. They all do the same content. It's terrible. This would never be a video, right? This is a stream. We're interacting live in real time. That's why this is a different format. But I would never make a video like this where we're just rambling into the camera for 2 hours straight. No one's watching that. Because you have to respect the audience's time. And you have to give them something that's worthwhile of watching. And until we can make a video that's worthwhile of watching and we have something to say, we're not going to be making a video. So, I mean, I wish we could just pump something out just for the sake of doing it because we might get more luck with the algorithm. But, at what cost? I mean, you're just pumping out slop and you're a slave to the algorithm. I mean, that's not fun. So I'd rather come out here and ramble to about 120 people. And, you guys get it. Some of you guys disagree with certain things. That's okay. It's great to disagree. If we all agree to be boring. I'm a man, okay? We've matured. If you were to talk to me when I was 25, I would have got mad about a lot of things. We would have banned probably everyone in here. You think we're bad now? I mean, so, we've grown up a lot. And if you were to say my favorite game back then sucked, I'd probably get mad too. But that's the maturity level that we were not at, And these people haven't matured. I mean, they haven't got outside of the basement. That's why they watch all these losers on this platform. It's a sad situation. Yeah, it's the demake fans, demake society. Rockstar likes to announce on Tuesday. I thought it was Friday. Let's take a look here. I think you might be off on that, but let's take a look here. GTA 6. Trailer 2, when was it announced? Now, assuming that this is correct, May 6th, 2025. Let's assume that's correct. I'm not going to double check. May 6th, 2025, what day? And now, so it was a Tuesday. You are correct. Let's see when Trailer 1 dropped. GTA 6 Trailer 1. I think that was a Friday. GTA 6 Trailer 1. Release date. What day? Was that a Tuesday too? Monday. Huh. So you might be right. No. Yeah, it was on a Tuesday for both trailers, apparently, according to AI. Now, I'm not going to look it up to double check because that's a lot of work. And that'll eat up more battery. But I will tell you that it was a Tuesday for both games. Where are the mods at in here? The mods have completely dissipated in here. Unreal. Hell, they might be getting mad about the bill conversation. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're going to have to revisit it and see if we're wrong. I'm going to pause it, and we're not going forward until we either agree or disagree. That's how it's going to work. And I'll open up the lines. I'm going to be opening up the lines for the bill conversation because they seemingly want to talk about it like it's some big problem. Yet when they played the game and they said it was a masterpiece back in the day on their PS3, don't make any sense to me. Okay, the chat is completely dead in here. You guys are not behaving. Tuesday is the day, May 5th or 12th. I'm going to screenshot this right here. Let's see what Eddie says. We're going to put some faith into what Eddie is saying here. There we go. And I'm going to lock this in. Well, we're not going to lock it in, but we're going to see if this comes to fruition here. Right here. So this is what Eddie is saying. Tuesday is the day, May 5th or the 12th. The hell is that? May 5th or the 12th. We're going to see, man, that's soon. That's in like, dude, May 5th? That's like in 4 days, bro. Well, that's like in a week. That's a little over a week. But, I mean, that's right around the corner. That would be insane. I'm telling you, May is going to be a big month for this game. Whether it's good or bad news, I don't care. If they push it back to 2027, that's great. That means that opens up windows for other games coming out and things like that. And we'll just stop talking about it until it's more of a reality. Are we going to be disappointed? Are we going to crash out? Probably. But, you know, I don't think that that's in the cards. I don't think that that makes sense. I mean, why would they delay it? I mean, what benefit would they have? They're going to miss out on the holiday sales. That's when people spend the most money. During the holiday season, you know, Black Friday, Christmas, things like that. They don't want to miss out on those sales. Sony doesn't want to miss out on those sales. They have no evidence. People that come in here and say that the game isn't coming out, people that come in here and say that the game is getting delayed, you literally have zero evidence. You have nothing to support your theory. In science class, you had to make, what was it called? A hypothesis. Did you guys go to school? Or do we just like saying things on the internet? God damn. When are you taking calls for the bill thing? When we need to. It'll be open for everyone. We're not doing that take call bullshit where you have to pay to call in or something. Because other people are starting to do that, and I said, damn, that's pretty low. I don't think we've ever done it. We're maybe only a couple of times, but if we're doing calls, we want it open to everyone. That's the whole point of the fucking... We have to entertain. Like, it's... You guys, these people in here don't understand. This is why I get views. This is why I get views. This is why I'm in the Cropcat video. Because we're actually entertaining. You're not. Like, that's the reality that you're going to have to come to grips with. And it's not something that you can learn either. That's the sad part. Like, you cannot learn to be entertaining. Now, you know, these streams have downtime, and I'm not saying, you know, I've always thought the streams were terrible. But, again, my opinion doesn't matter. I said I'm going to do what people want. So that's why we've done these streams for 6+ years, however long it's been. But I said the videos are better. I mean, I can make you a better video. I can be more entertaining in the video because we don't have to come out here and play customer service and feelings and all this other dumb bullshit. This is like working at Walmart. It really is no different. Except working at Walmart, you're guaranteed an hourly pay. It might not be high, but you're guaranteed pay. So you at least have to sit through the bullshit in order to get that paycheck. This, you can come out here and sit through the bullshit, and you still don't know, what the hell's going on. It's dependent on your guys' mood, and if you guys are, smoking cigs, drinking beer, whatever you guys are doing, because that's when you guys are coming through. 2 weeks before the game, the investor call will give it enough time for the pre-order numbers to be so high they can show it to investors. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's take this bait. He says, why don't you be good and avoid and give us the evidence and prove that it is in the game right now? The Bills situation did not happen, and the show is being a political work mess. Where's your evidence? I don't know what that means. Well, first of all, I haven't seen the show. I'll come out and say that. I haven't seen the show, but I know what it is, loosely. So the problem is that you guys are arguing something that doesn't really make sense. First of all, in order to do the Bill conversation phone call, you're going to have to call in, and I'm going to ask you one simple question. If you can't answer, we go to the next caller. It's as simple as that. I'll write your number down or your username down, and that way we'll remember it, and then we'll say, this guy didn't cooperate, didn't want to participate in a way that makes sense. My show, as such, we ban that number, we ban that username. So that's how that's going to work with the Bill conversation. If you want to have a discussion about it, that's fantastic. Okay, but we're not going to be doing parasocial calls where you guys are saying, well, Michael, you've been wearing that shirt for 5 days straight. I don't care. It's not a part of the conversation. So, yeah, we have. Cope and seethe. So have you. You try to be a social butterfly in here and you act like you're Leonardo DiCaprio or something. You ain't nobody. Sit the fuck down. We're going to have the Bill conversation again, and it's going to be so toxic that there will be more people that will be leaving, and that's great. I don't care. I am all for the Bill character. It does not bother me which way Bill is. Okay. All I'm saying. Look at this while you take your rate out. Come on. Come on, homie.
GTA 6 first true next-gen game. Mind-blown emoji.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's going to be the first true next-gen game. We've been waiting for a next-generation experience since the PlayStation 4 era. I put out a video in 2013, 2014, and I said, I'm still waiting for greatness. And that was the PlayStation 4's tagline. I said, I'm still waiting for greatness, and that's still true. I mean, we didn't get one good game on the PlayStation 4, quite frankly. I mean, well, that's not true. Maybe a couple or a few, but I mean, we're talking very, very. Most of it was just all slop. I don't care if you would call in or not. That's irrelevant today because we're not doing the call-ins on the Bill conversation. But what's going to happen is I'm going to be showing you the game in real time while the phone calls are on the air. So we're going to have it on the screen. We're going to ask you. I already said. I said if you're in the basement right now and you got a game, dude. What do they call it? Magic? If you have a Magic Mike magazine, right, with the dancers and the spandex, you're telling. So hold on. If you. What are you? Okay. When you call in, I don't want to hear excuses. Get off the medication. Nope. So you're telling me that if your mom goes downstairs and she finds the Magic Mike movie, because you guys love that movie, with the, you're telling me that your mom's going to think that you're straight? Get the fuck out of here. That's not an implication. That means you're gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm gay. Okay? You got to understand. I'm not gay, but you have to understand. You have to understand what you're trying to argue here. Okay? What I'm arguing is not my preference on Bill the character. Okay, that's irrelevant. I don't really care. My argument is that this is how it always was in the game. Okay, and you guys are coming in here and saying it was implied. No, it wasn't implied. Okay, so that's the argument right there. It was not it was not implied that Bill was. No straight person is going to have a Magic Mike magazine. What are you talking about? I think you can for certain say that Bill was not straight. Can we at least agree to that? You guys didn't play the game. I need a pawn fee in here. I mean, even he's had to dip out of the conversation because you guys are losers. You guys can't formulate sentences. You guys don't even know what the game is called. And you want to try and argue it like you've studied it back to back. No, they believe Spider-Man is real. They think he's actually real. I can't until I can see more intellectual comments in here. I can't open up the lines for that because you guys have nothing to say through text. Why would that change on the phone? And I'll argue it too. So don't act like I'm going to be nice because what you guys are arguing is annoying. He was just collecting magazines he found on his runs. By the way, yeah, okay, buddy. Oh man. Shawn Michaels posed for that's much different. Well, first of all, you're talking about a real person. Oh my God! See, you just confirmed you're mentally unwell. You're literally talking about Shawn Michaels like he's a fictional character like Bill. Dude, you got to get on your medication, bro. You literally compared a fictional character in a video game to Shawn Michaels. What the? How does that even compare? I have 8 playthroughs, and it was very obvious Bill was. Well, why don't you argue? Why don't you argue and why don't you argue with me? GTA 6 needs to be 50 frames. That's what I'm saying. This guy in here, even if the Shawn Michaels thing was fiction, I mean, it's a totally different situation. He did it for the money. I mean, so now we're getting into this conversation. So what about Brokeback Mountain? What about no? Now you guys are getting me really mad in here. I'm going to start shouting these people out because I know they're secretly watching. Why don't you go over to the other channel and see if they're over there so you can tell me? So we can just permanently ban them because they're not actually banned. But give me a reason and I'll get them banned. And here's the thing. Now they want to argue about. Oh my God! So you're telling me that Heath Ledger, and who was the other guy in Brokeback Mountain? You're telling me that Heath Ledger, because he played a certain character in a movie, that's who he is? Oh wow! You can't separate fiction from reality? Wow! Oh man, you guys are outing yourselves as mentally unwell people. Wow! Take the goddamn meds. Take the fucking meds. Holy shit! Stupid people in here. Stupid people in here with these dumb analogies, and it's like, well, you know. Okay, Jake Gyllenhaal. So you're telling me that Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger, because they played in that movie Brokeback Mountain, that they are now? No, that's not the case. Heath Ledger, I believe he was married, and I'm done. I mean, see, look at how they pivot. They can't talk about Bill. They can't talk about Bill. They have to pivot into other, bringing up Shawn Michaels, you know. They have to pivot. They have to pivot. That's what I'm saying. This guy is destroying that guy there. The Shawn Michaels narrative makes zero sense. That was a terrible analogy. Well, this is, and I named all three of those guys, and I think there's a few more in that pack. They got pissed because we said we hold our ground, and I said it was always like, my argument is that it was always like that in the PS3 game. They, for some reason, just don't want to accept that. They want to act like it was this minuscule thing, like it was some hidden text you had to find and go out of your way. That's not the case, okay? They didn't play the game. They have mental deficiencies. It was always in the lore of the game with almost 100% certainty that Bill wasn't straight. Okay, so what does the show do? We don't get to know Bill in the game. I mean, really, honestly, you don't, right? He sets up traps. He's weird. He's kind of antisocial. You know, you don't get to know Bill. I mean, very, very, very few moments in screen time with Bill when you really total it up. So it's like, okay, let's expand upon this character. He's a fan favorite in the video game. And now they're going into the back story. They're going into the backstory of Bill, and this isn't what you want. Well, it doesn't matter. That's not what you want, okay? It's in the game. They're expanding on the lore that was in the game. It's not DEI writers. It's not woke. It's not any of that garbage that you guys like to parade. It was in the game. They expanded on the lore, and you couldn't handle it. Take your meds. I think that's the end of the conversation. Like, I don't know how you can actually sit there and argue against it. GTA 6 is 6 weeks away. We're going to have information before then. We're not 6 weeks away. Where are you getting that from? We're getting information in less than 4 weeks. Guaranteed. You know what? I'm typing it in on AI. I mean, at this point, I want to be wrong. Here we go. Is Bill in The Last of Us? It's the first thing that pops up. I'm not typing that in because I think it might say no. I'm going to say, is Bill in The Last of Us straight? No. Bill in The Last of Us is not straight. This is what AI is saying. In both the video... In both the video game and HBO series, Bill is portrayed as a gay man. The series explicitly explores his romantic long-term relationship with another man named Frank, while in the game heavily implies his sexuality through dialogue, notes, and a magazine. That's not an implication. You got 3 sources right there to really lock in that Bill is not. It's over. You guys lost. That is, because it's in front of you. If you had to go out of your way to find those things, then that's one thing. But it is actually intertwined with the story. You guys lost. It's literally in the AI. It's literally in the AI. Right here, Reddit, 3 years ago, my friend is so upset that Bill was gay. Cope and seethe. Hell, they should remake The Last of Us again and just put the freaking flag in the garage. You know, just to piss them off further. Like, I'm so glad the Interstellar Galactic is already pissing off people because it's like, see, it just weeds them out. It filters them right out. They don't want to play a good video game because my politics. Fucking idiots. I seriously, like, it's fucking, it's insane. And that's why they left because once you get down the politics road, they get nasty. All I said was it was a fact. I didn't say I'm picking a side here. All I said was that it was like that in the PS3 game, and you guys wanted to argue about that like it wasn't in the game, and I made it up, and that they shoehorned it in with updates and things like that, when that's not the case. You guys lost. Apologize now. Cope and see the world class is the best in the world. I'm in 2 Crowcat videos. I got the YouTube plaque. Luke Steffens has commented on my video. Angry Joe has commented on my video. I've interviewed celebrities. What else have we done? Exposed Cyberpunk 2077. Gee, I mean, we can go on and on and on. Made a living from doing this. Built it from the ground up. Come on. You want to come at me more? Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. I swear, dude. It's just like, what are you guys doing? Shit is so annoying with these people in here. Like, you gotta start shaping up. I'm gonna give you a walking stream tonight, and it's gonna be depressing and miserable. That's what you guys deserve. So be sure to not tune in. Oh, here we go. Crambo is still trying to argue. Crambo is still... It went from implied to an entire episode. Let's look up the word implied. Define implied. Describes something suggested, involved, or understood without being directly stated or expressed. Wrong. It is directly stated and expressed. Multiple times in the cutscenes. It is not subtle, bro. Okay? And because it's not subtle, in my opinion... So let me ask you this. If it doesn't matter, then why was it included? Why do we need to know Bill's backstory? Right? So I just can't. I just can't. If Naughty Dog said, oh, it's just an implied thing, you know, we'll let the players discover it and come up to their own conclusions on whether or not Bill is this way. Oh, okay, but that's not how it is. Anyone that's played the game in here, and Adam Theory wants to argue this too. I don't understand what's wrong with you people. Now, again, I have not seen the HBO show, but they didn't come up with that out of the blue sky. They didn't just say, wow, we need the checklist of DEI things or whatever you guys like to say, and then they pulled it from the pile and said, we're going to add this to Bill. No, Bill was like that, okay? That's what, we're not arguing whether or not this is good or bad. We're arguing that it was always in the source material. Oh my God, these people are so dumb, bro. These people are seriously so dumb, bro. All right? They act like they played a version of The Last of Us that just didn't have any of that stuff in it to begin with, and that's what they're trying to argue, by the way. These people are actually trolls. Trailer 3 will show most of the open world in social media. I'm not arguing, Michael. Yes, you are. You started this argument again. Crambo, you started it. I wasn't going to go into it. All I was making a point was that we lost a 5 or 6 year loyalty because probably that and more. I don't know, nor is it my business, but it is what it is. And maybe he's not even gone. I don't know. I'm not trying to put people on the spot, but, you know, you can't help but wonder when people leave like that, what's going on. Because that's not someone that would just walk up and leave, but I guess it is. I don't know. But, Crambo, you're arguing this, and it's not even funny. It says it went from implied to an entire episode. It didn't go for... That's not true. The whole chapter... I'm done. You didn't play the game, period, end of story. I mean, that's my conclusion to your argument, because you just didn't play the game. You didn't play the game. That's what I'm saying, upon fee. It's not subtle. It is not subtle. I mean, do they need to just... Does Neil Druckmann need to, like, come onto the screen and say, this is how we wrote this character? Did anyone ask Neil Druckmann? Does Neil Druckmann confirm it? Because you guys seriously can't figure this out. Neil Druckmann... Hold on, let's see if he's got interviews. Neil Druckmann... What does Neil Druckmann say about the Bill character? Did he even write the Bill character? Maybe it might have been Bruce. Neil Druckmann on Bill in The Last of Us. Let's see if he said anything. Neil Druckmann, hold on. Neil Druckmann considered the expansion of Bill and Frank's story in The Last of Us Episode 3 a beautiful and moving departure that perfectly embodies the show's themes. So Neil Druckmann loves it. Apparently Neil didn't want... Hold on. Okay, that's something different. I'm not saying anything about... Why did they change Bill and Frank's stories? We'd have to research all day. I'm not going to go through all that crap. I'm not doing it. When Ellie opens the magazine, you're literally supposed to laugh and have it click that Bill was, if you haven't figured it out before. That's what I'm saying. It's right there in the story, bro. This is not subtle. It's not suggested. The magazine is sticky. Put your brain together, bro. I mean, it's like, dude, what is wrong with you? I'm going to get this Crambo guy up out of here, and he's going to have to go back to 4-channel, okay? That's what's going to start happening here. We got 34% battery. Let's go. Who's going to support the stream before the battery dies? It's getting ridiculous. Shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, this guy's got his thinking cap on in here. It's like that's what they need in order to, and then they still would move the goalpost. They would still move the goalpost, by the way. They complain about Bill, but Sim over Arthur. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, man. I would support, but it doesn't work. Well, try harder. Try harder. It worked for everyone else. We want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, if it's not working, then, there's nothing I can do. I already told you guys, I said, hit the super sticker button or something. Maybe that'll go through. I don't know what to tell you. Quit being broke. You guys need to lock in. It's ridiculous. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to see results. I would support, but I can't. You know how many times I've heard that for 6 years of doing this? Like, this is not my first rodeo. We got the walls up and they're high. And he is that the same guy? He found out how to work. NGN, by the way, what is that? NGN currency. He's from Nigeria. That's amazing. I don't even know where that's at on the globe, but that's huge W's right there. He's supporting all the way. We got a viewer from Nigeria, bro. Are you really watching this from Nigeria? They're watching world class. I mean, really, no, honestly, think about that for 1 second. There's someone in Nigeria watching this. We only have 180 viewers. Like, no one's on the internet. The internet is dead. That confirms that the internet dead. Let's debate the internet dead theory. The internet dead theory is real. This guy is from Nigeria, and he's watching a show that only has 180 viewers. How is that even possible? Like, what are the stats on that? He donated 74 cents. Yeah, look at this right here. We got iRainbows coming through. We got a lot of new members here. We got 14 brand new members. We are international. I think we're more popular internationally. We're see, that's how big we are. We're international instead of, because I can't get the night crowd to come in here. I mean, they have low energy. It's a sad situation. The Cyberpunk video made this possible. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that insane? He's watching from Nigeria, and he watched the Cyberpunk video. How come you guys didn't come over from the Chromecat video? I'm so glad that Chromecat didn't show my face, because it would have distracted from the video. And we need the message to really get through, right? So I really appreciate that. Because if he would have showed my face, they would have been commenting about this guy's opinion is irrelevant because of his eyeballs, right? His physical limitation or disability, whatever you want to call it. And it's just like, we don't need that, right? So I'm glad he didn't show my face, and we drove home the fucking message. Because, as much, I would love to make a whole new channel and start telling you how terrible these video games are. But in order to do that, you have to disconnect from world class for a little bit, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it. Because if I put out a video and I say Assassin's Creed Black Flag synced is trash, you're just going to say, oh, Michael. Now, if I put that same video on a different channel, we might have one comment eventually that says you're wrong or something. Does that make any sense? Okay. If you guys aren't going to listen, then I tell you, go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Get out of here and do something. So again, we're look at this right here. Tuesday. Eddie seems confident. He says Tuesday is the day, May 5th or the 12th. Dude, if it's coming that soon, I'm not ready. I actually kind of, like, low-key, I kind of don't want the trailer to come out, you know what I mean? Because that means we actually have to start locking in, and that means we also have to compete with everyone else that now wants to talk about the video game that no one had any discussions about beforehand, right? They're all fake. They all jump on the cloud bandwagon when it's irrelevant. I mean, when it is relevant, but when it's irrelevant, they don't want to jump on it. So I don't know if we're ready. I mean, that's coming up within about a week or so. I mean, shit. But we do know that the investor call is coming up right around the corner, and surely they're going to have. I mean, they will have something to say on May 21st at the latest. So May 21st at the latest, we have. I mean, this is breaking. They just announced this like 3 or 4 days ago. Resident Evil 9 is mid. It's a terrible shame. It really is. It's a terrible game. Favorite Nirvana song? I'm not going to name it because you wouldn't know what it is. I don't care what people say. They say everything in here. If you're going to put stock into what people say on the internet, you're a loser. I'm not on the internet. Right now, I'm not on the internet. I mean, I am on the internet, but I'm not on the internet, if that makes any sense. The only thing we're doing is transmitting the video to the satellite high above the globe, and then it's doing its magic and somehow getting into your homes within a matter. I mean, really think about the technology. It's unreal. It's going up to the receiver. It's going up. We're transmitting video through the wirelessly. Isn't that insane? I mean, when you really think about that, that's unbelievable. It's like a Willy Wonka thing where they transport the chocolate through the fucking. You guys are not. It's a pinche moment. PS, we don't have the PS5 Pro. We're waiting until Rockstar's ready to start locking things in. And we waited too long because now it's $800, $900. I mean, I'm not. Resident Evil. I forgot Resident Evil 9 came out. Nobody has mentioned. Oh, it's terrible. It's dead. Zero replayability. And I told you guys that I was a week ahead of you guys when the game actually officially came out. I've already been playing it for a week straight. It was so boring already, and that's why you guys couldn't resonate with the Resident Evil content earlier last month. You couldn't resonate with it because I was already a week ahead of you guys. I've been playing it for a week straight before you guys even got your hands on the game because I had it early. You didn't care. But you want to watch Shill Hunter, you want to watch Shill Up, you want to watch Dreamcast Guy, you want to watch all these other Resident Evil shills tell you it's amazing. Instead of coming over here and saying, well, you know, all I said was I thought the Raccoon City part was good. I mean, but looking back now, the whole game just sucks. I mean, it's just short segments. I can beat the game in 4 hours. The whole game is trash. Nobody playing that garbage. They have to sell the rights to Resident Evil. I mean, no, they don't know how to make Resident Evil anymore. So give it to someone that does. Crimson Desert is dead. Resident Evil 9 is dead. That's what I'm saying. They're all dead. But GTA 6 is coming soon. I mean, we're getting information in less than 4 weeks, less than a month, guaranteed. So might not be the news you want to hear, but they will be talking about it on May 21st. That we do know, okay? That's not an opinion. That we do know. May 21st, lock it in. There might be something, there could be something before that, but that's a big question mark. They didn't even believe you had the game. Well, they do that every time. I mean, half of these people in here are just losers and trolls. They don't have your best interest in mind. If Luke Steffens had the game early, of course he you know, He could never be in a position where he could do that, though. But I'm just saying, if anyone else had the game early, boy, oh boy, would you be coming in here. You'd be sharing it on Reddit for karma points. You would be posting in all these other forums for attention and clout. But since it's Michael and we have a reputation in the gaming scene, apparently, everyone knows us in the gaming space. They said, oh, it's world class. It's Michael does live. Yeah, you're a loser. Why don't you grow up? Okay, how about that? Shit. I'm telling you, this show's going to hit different when you get older. It's going to hit different. You're going to look back and be like, damn, this shit was kind of good. Now you can resonate with it, but we won't be going live by then, so maybe you need to speed up your process. The scientists will find a way to speed up aging so you can get to the maturity level that you need to be at in order to really, really get the show. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but like we on a whole different stratosphere over here, and you guys are in La La Land or some bullshit. Like, well, we don't resonate with you. Unreal. I need the chat to continue, otherwise I'm going to lose energy. Let's go. Where is Swirly at in here? He's already left. It's a Sunday, by the way. You guys don't have employment. No one's working on a Sunday. Imagine working on a Sunday. Couldn't be me. Oh, wait. We should have went to the open mic, and we probably would have got more tips in the tip jar. It's ridiculous. I mean, once we can figure that out, then we ain't doing this again. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna go to an open mic. I'm gonna get the microphone. I'm gonna put the freaking jar out in front of the stage, and I'm gonna say, you know, if they like it and they come up and they put $5, $10, $20 in there, shit, we're gonna do that instead because it's gonna be a lot more fun and it's gonna be a lot easier too. It's gonna be an easier show to do because they already got a few drinks in them. And once you got a few drinks in you, you're probably going to be more, you know. Come on.
Tip 50 Qatari riyals through super chats. Get a PS5 Pro unless you want to stream at 30 FPS.
Well, Rockstar needs in 3 weeks or something. We might have to buy one. Once they lock it in, we're going to be changing a lot around here. In a way that makes sense. So I told you the GTA 6, as long as you guys come through and support, I'll try and do my best. Can't make guarantees, but we'll try and make something special happen, especially for the biggest entity in all of video. I can barely hear because the wind is picking up. We're not going to just stream it in the basement. I'm not streaming the biggest video game. You know, like we're going to go above and beyond if it makes sense and we can pull it off. So the PS5 Pro, we'll keep that in mind, but right now that's not a priority. But it could be soon, so we'll have to keep that in mind. We got Viscero Descento coming through. Trailer 2 has recorded. That's what I now see. Now Crambo is talking sense right now. He wasn't earlier, but now he's starting to talk sense because the Bill conversation's a little high IQ. But now he's talking sense. He must have taken his. He's adjusted here. He says Trailer 2 was recorded on the base PlayStation 5. That's what I'm saying. Although I will say at one point in that Trailer 2, you can tell the frame rate was kind of terrible. Both GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer were 2 weeks before the investor call. See, this Eddie guy is really locking in here. And that's what I'm saying. I have to lock in May 1st. May 1st, we are locking into daily GTA 6 discussion streams just like this. Of course, you guys don't want to discuss the game. You want to play pivot and try and derail. But that's okay. You'll be left behind because once they pull the curtain back, I'm here and you're not. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a daily thing. And we're going to be watching for Tuesday because it seems like Trailer 1 and Trailer 2 did drop on Tuesday. So presumably Trailer 3 would do the same as well, although it is Rockstar Games. And they could announce Trailer 3 before it actually drops. They could announce Trailer 3 before it drops. They might not just drop it this time. They might hype it up and build it up. And that'll be even better. If they can get, just like Trailer 1, they gave us, I think, a 2 week window, 2 or 3 week window, and then the Trailer 1 came. So they actually hyped it up and did that whole process. And that was a lot more fun than just dropping it out of nowhere. I think they need to hype this one up. This is the Trailer 3. This is the one where it's locking it in. The game's actually because we were getting negative earlier, and they said the game doesn't exist. They said all this silly shit, and I said, what do you guys like? What possesses you to come in here and say these things? Is it the eyeballs? Is it really that off-putting? Because you're not going to get anywhere in life. That's why you're in the basement. You know. My God. I mean, you should be used to the eyeballs by now. I would hope. I mean, if you guys aren't used to it by now, then I don't know what to tell you. Jeez. That's why when we get the normies in here, they're going to start commenting on the eyes and things like that. See, we know when the normies come in here. Crambo is taking the happy pills. He must have listened. I don't know. They wanted to talk about Bill, but they didn't really want to have. No one in here had an argument with it. All they said was that it was implied. Hard to even argue that when it's not implied. So I don't understand really what they're talking about. I would agree with them. I would agree with them if it wasn't in the game to begin with. If none of the magazine scenes were in the game, if none of the dialogue was suggestive, if none of that stuff, the notes, if none of that stuff was in the game, I would have agreed. I would have said the HBO scene, the HBO show is unnecessary because none of that was in the source material. However, you are wrong because it is in the source material. You can't deny that. That's a fact. It is in the game. So I don't understand what you even guys are arguing. Like, well, because it wasn't spelled out to us, it was therefore subtle. It was therefore implied. Like, no, you're just too dumb to put it together. You know what I mean? It like the puzzle pieces are there. Does that mean that the puzzle doesn't exist? You're an idiot. The puzzle pieces are right in front of you. Does that mean that the puzzle doesn't exist? No. It means that the puzzle exists. It's just you got to put a little effort into connecting the dots. And not even do you have to do that in The Last of Us Part 1. It's literally in the cutscene. It goes on and on and on and on about it. It's actually really bad. But these people, they grew up with the PlayStation 3. Their life was so much happier back then, and they just have nostalgia. They want to remember how they remembered it, and it's just not how they remembered it. They're losers, and I know they're watching right now. I know they're listening. You can come in here and start debating it if you have balls, but obviously maybe you should look down once in a while and realize that maybe you don't have balls anymore. Holy shit. It's ridiculous. I swear, dude. These men in here, like, they got big problems. They just got big problems. We're waiting for Capcom to announce their big new console. I don't care. It's that's what I'm saying upon fee. It's not even a puzzle. And Adam Theory was trying to argue it with me as well in here, and I said, well, I'm open for a debate, but you guys are going to have to research a little bit because you guys are not ready for the lines to open. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna it's gonna be a not toxic, but we're gonna have hard stances on things, so you better be prepared. And they started bringing up Shawn Michaels, by the way. Like how does that have anything to do with what we're talking about? They were trying to say that Shawn Michaels was straight because he was. That's what I'm saying. They're not on the maturity level. I mean, these people didn't even play the game. I mean, it's very obvious. They didn't play the game. And you know what would have been so great if we would have had this conversation when the episode came out? Oh, my God. Bro, this would be the biggest show. Dude, if we had this the Bill conversation when the episode aired, like 2 or 3 years ago? Dude. Oh, I was so dumb. I should have did it. Well, I didn't know these people were so low IQ in here. Here's the problem that I'm having. They can't accept that it's in the game. That's it. It's not, I agree or disagree with it. That's irrelevant. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing that it's in the game. And that is a fact. So what are you guys arguing? Because I'm just spitting facts, and you guys are just moving the goalposts here. That you didn't like the way that they handled it in the HBO series? Okay, well, that's fair. That's an opinion. But, like, bro, it doesn't negate the game. Doesn't mean that it wasn't in the game because it was displayed a little differently. You barely get to know Bill in the game. Why wouldn't they expand on his backstory? That's in the game, by the way. Make it make sense. Like, honestly. You know what? They should remake The Last of Us Part 1 again and even go further with it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it just to piss them off. Hell, I can't wait for the Interstellar Galactic. That's why I didn't make a video. You see how everyone made a video on that? They said it was so woke, and you know the female lead shaved her hair. Like, whoa, this is so trash, Neil Druckmann. Like these people are such losers. Like, oh my God, they seriously need to touch grass. And then they put on this gimmick like they're such like beta males, and they're so manly, and it's like these are the biggest whiners and pussies on the internet. Like, holy shit, shut the fuck up. Swear to God, dude. It was obviously trolling. We are Xbox. That would have gone off. That's what I'm saying. If we would have covered this, well, it's still very sensitive, very evidently, because we're missing a few people in here. You're telling me that they can't come in? I've been live for 3 hours on a Sunday. They couldn't come in once today? What? I said for GTA 6, I'm going live for 3 days straight. That's probably what we're doing. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but we'll try and figure it out. I mean, if the views are especially high and the support's record-breaking, I mean, shit, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to do record-breaking streams. That's what's going to happen. I'm not waiting around for people to tune in or don't. You're either going to do it or you're not. And for the people that do, we'll obviously roll out the red carpet. In fact, I already had an idea. I got to stop with the ideas, though, because people like to steal ideas from me. So I'm not, we got to stop with the idea stuff, because they like to start implementing ideas and they say, well, we were just inspired, by the way. And it's like, well, I don't know. That's okay. You're going to lose 75% of your viewership if you say the Interstellar Galactic is good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they got mad about Ghost of Yote. I said Ghost of Yote was a better game than Ghost of Tsushima. I said the open world was better. I said we're just roaming around. I have no idea what we're doing in the game, but it's still presenting us things. They got pissed about that. They said about Charlie Kirk or something. Like, that's not my business what the developers think or what the actors said or whatever the hell the narrative was. Why would I care? Like honestly, it's such a petty thing. Why would I care who the devs voted for or what they believe in? Like, I just don't care. I will play the end result. If I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. Like, to me, that's how it works. I'm sorry that it doesn't work like that for you guys, but I mean, clearly it doesn't, because that's what you guys do with this. You get into this fantasy world where you think you know me. I don't even know who the fuck you guys are, so how do you know me? Because you watch me through this 16:9 vertical screen for, 2 hours on a daily basis? Like, yeah. That doesn't mean you know someone, but okay, we'll go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you do know me. Okay, I'm a piece of shit. Great. Well, what can we do for you? Nothing? Great. See you later. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want me to fucking do for you. Go see a fucking shrink. Like, fuck you. God damn, like it's a fucking show. It's been a show for years and years before any of you guys found this shit. I make crazy videos. None of you guys have even watched them. Go watch the No Man's Sky videos. That's when we had energy. We were 25 years old. We ain't bringing that energy now because y'all ain't paying. We were doing that shit for free back then, homie. It was for the love of the game. Oh my God. I don't care. I'm done talking about this crap. You guys are losers. I'm here to talk about video games. This is why the Chromecast shit went in your ear and went out the other. Because you can't care about game design. You can't care about gameplay. You can't care about artistic direction. You can't care about any of that stuff because you want to sit there and pick sides like a bunch of fucking cattle. Holy shit. Seriously, I think a sheep might have more brain cells. Where's the support? And no one, by the way, no one guessed the games. None of you guys have guessed what the games were. Now, and I told you guys, if you guys actually listened, I and it wasn't subtle, by the way. And it wasn't implied. I think we actually said this is what we're going to do for a retro stream less than probably a week ago. But of course, no one wanted to listen. The Chromecast videos are like wine. Yeah, they are. Well, so is this stream. So is this show, too. And that's okay, because a lot of people don't seem to like it. But then again, it's not put out in front of people either, so you have that dilemma too. It's like, well, you got to work with the same people every single day. YouTube is a terrible place for discovery, unless you pay your way to the top. I mean, imagine if we were featured on the YouTube homepage or the YouTube live page. Motherfucking ass, we'd have a lot more viewers in here. But he goes live every day in front of his SM7B microphone. They love that microphone, by the way. You got enough gain? You got enough gain to run that microphone? I don't think you guys do. But nonetheless, some of these people probably just use it as a prop because it's all the way down here, and the microphone requires a ton of gain to really. You got to get up on that thing, and it's unbelievable. I think some people are just totally faking it. But I will say, I mean, they love watching people with that microphone, and they just sit there and yap. And it's like, bro, what are you guys even doing? I'm here to interact with my viewers. I'm here to interact with these people in here that are brain dead. Well, that's okay. We'll help them out. I'm brain dead too, so you're going to join the club in here. And if you guys have nothing to say, then we're shutting it down. It's not that hard. Gaming has simply become boring. No, you grew out of gaming. You have to understand that you're old and you're getting closer to the casket every day. I hate to say it like that, but it's just time to get to the reality of it. So that's what's happened. And you know, your receptors are fried. There's a whole generation of gamers that are growing up with the video games just like you did today. And they're growing up with the games of today. In 10, 15 years, they're going to have the same feelings on gaming that you do now. That games are so much better 10, 15, 20 years ago. That's what's going to happen with this generation coming up. And in 10, 15, 20 years, they're going to look back on this era and they're going to say, well, gaming was so much better back then. You've outgrown gaming. That's what you've done. Cope and seethe. That's okay, because GTA 6 is bringing the boomers back. For me, it is, because it's a mature game. And it's going to be worthwhile. You don't understand. I can't wait until we get there, because it just gets so tiring trying to tell you something and then you guys don't listen. And that's what Dr. Loomis had to do in the Halloween movies. You know, he said Michael is back to Haddonfield. They didn't want to listen, and you know. But bro, games have actually become trash. Yes, they have to a certain degree, but it's also because I hate to be real about it, because no one wants to agree with that in here. It's because you guys have gotten old. It's normal. It's normal. What you're experiencing right now is actually normal. And in fact, if you were to say gaming's the best it's ever been and you're 35 years old, you're probably a loser. It's called outgrowing video games. I mean, I hated video games back when I was 21. So, well, you know, we never really. I mean, we didn't hate them, but we had an acquired taste since day one, really. We're not just going to play slop. And that's the difference, is that we have an acquired taste. We're not just going to play whatever is put in front of us. It's always been like that. But back then, you had you know, they made games quicker and more frequently, and you had demos, and you could just experience things a lot more accessibly and things like that. BioShock demo, Stranglehold demo, you know, Xbox 360 era, things like that. They don't make games anymore. You gotta wait 10 years for one game. No, you guys have gotten old. Cope and seethe. It's called depression. I don't know what to tell you guys. If you can't get excited for GTA 6, then you have depression. I'm serious. I mean, I don't know what else you can be excited for unless it's a Final Fantasy game. But you guys love those JRPGs. It's time to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock in the UK. It's time to go to bed. Just go to bed. You ain't supporting anyway. I mean, just get out of here. Like, it's bedtime. You guys got work tomorrow, by the way. So why don't you get your butt in bed and figure it out. Okay, so let's just run with this idea. You said gaming is all slop, gaming's so terrible. So why continue to talk about them then? I mean, clearly it's not going to get better. The only hope is GTA 6. That's it. Unless you want to play Witcher 4 slop, that's Unreal Engine garbage. Elder Scrolls 6, that's terrible. Starfield was terrible. Why would that be any good? You know, the Interstellar Galactic, I mean, you guys aren't going to agree with that storyline or the themes in that game, so let's not even bark up that tree. So I don't understand. Like, if you say gaming is dead, you've already thrown the towel in. That's essentially that's the last part of the process here. When you say gaming is so terrible and gaming is so dead, well, there's no resurrecting it for you, certainly. The only way that would be GTA 6, but we already know your opinion on GTA 6. You guys come in here with this negative energy and you say the game is dead and the game doesn't exist and Rockstar's, you know, and it's just like, what do you think? Yeah, we understand you guys hate video games, but I don't hate video games. There's only a few good ones. How about that? That's where we're at. See, you guys misinterpreted the channel. We just have it's called selective taste. It's not, we hate every video game. We'll try them out. You know, I'm not gonna, unless it's a JRPG, I don't play garbage like that. I think that's for losers. Just move to Japan if you want Japanese video games and get all the Japanese culture over there. Why don't you work on saving up and moving over? And that's what you guys need to do because you love Japanese culture so much. I've never understood that, but, you know, a lot of things we don't understand. Yeah, we got Forza Horizon. That's what I'm saying. We got Forza Horizon 6. I don't think, you know, that's going to do much for me, but I think 007, that's the last big game before Halloween and GTA 6. Yeah, 007 looks... it looks like it's Hitman 2.0, but, you know, maybe a little bit more complex, and that's probably what's needed. But I don't want it to feel like Hitman when we're playing it. I want it to feel like 007, and if they can make that work, then we'll see how the cookie crumbles there. But that's going to be a big one. I think 007 is going to be big. 007 is going to be big. What's this guy saying? Mech Warrior 5, Mercenaries Chaos. What the fuck's this guy talking about? Your mod is shit talking video games. Okay. They can have opinions. I don't know what to tell you. So my mods have to agree with everything that I say. Is that what you're talking about? Why don't you explain your thought process? And that you're implying, here we go. You're implying that my mods have to agree with everything that I say. That's not true. What is that? I don't even know what that means. My mod is talking shit about video. What are you talking about? There's probably mods in here that hate me, low key. I don't know. I can't keep track of all this bullshit. Nor do I care. As long as they come in here and mod and they know what to take out, because we have a problem in here, a very specific and exclusive problem, then that's all that's needed. Jeez. When is trailer 3 coming out? Let's go ahead and get you up out of here. See, we just put the mods over, and then, you know, this guy's in here spamming shit with an obvious ult. If they have the dash right, here's the thing: if they have the dash right next to their name, that's typically a throwaway account. It's not hard to look for signs, guys. I've been live for 3 hours. We're gonna go for 3 hours, so about 5 or 6 more minutes. Did you see the new trailer for 007? Yeah, there's so much to catch up on, but it's just a lot of work to pull it up and react to it. You know, especially when the sport's not here. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Sean Connery, I don't know who that is. I'm about ready to go to sleep out here. You guys are not entertaining. Let's go. I'm wrapping it up in 5 minutes. We're going for 3 hours and I'm wrapping the stream up. It was too much content. None of you guessed the PS3 games for the retro stream. Shouldn't even have bought them because you guys aren't excited at all. And they want to do this Bill call-in segment, by the way. And how many do you think are gonna actually call in? Oh, come on. They won't even call in. What are they going to argue? It was implied, by the way. Well, I'd love to see them argue that because we'll have the game running when they call in, and I'm gonna ask. Implied, by the way. Like, why can't they just, like, accept the fact that, you know what, yes, Michael, and it's not even about me. It's just like, bro, this is what the game is presenting. You don't have to agree with the show expanding on that. But the show did not create this. It was in the lore since 2012 or 2013, whenever the game came out. So what is there to really discuss here? That you disagree with it? Well, I'm not discussing that. I don't understand what you guys are really discussing. That it wasn't in the lore and that the show just made it up? Well, that's obviously unequivocally false. I'll discuss that because you're wrong on that. Don't tell me to cállate pinche. I'm not putting you on the air. I don't know how to do the on-the-air call-in segment anymore. We had a great system, but they shut that down. And you can do it, but it's just not going to hit the same until we can find something similar. I've just taken calls like a month ago, but the system was wonky. They need to forget about the word implied and start thinking about the word implied. We gotta put that on a shirt. They need. Oh my God. They need to forget the word implied and start. They really do, because they're not. What are they doing for world class? They need to get that summer job and need to come back in here and say, "Here's $5. You make the show better, so we can entertain you more." Like, what the fuck? No, we're not doing Discord. I could have used Discord 6 years ago. I don't use what people use. I don't like being like everyone else. I'm not using all of that. That's why we chose Skype, because no one used it. That's the only reason. Not that it was good, but because no one used it. Made the show unique. I'm here to make the show unique. I'm not here to do what everyone else does, okay? I'm outside right now. No one else is outside, okay? Do you not understand the show? Clearly you don't. Clearly you just don't understand the show. The show is meant to be unique. The show is meant to be different. Not going to use what everyone else uses just because it works. I don't care. We'll use something that don't works, but is still unique. Fuck you. Swear, dude. Like, I'm outside. You're never coming out, okay? Jeez. I don't care about the call-in streams. You're a dumbass. Then go watch them. Go watch the call-in streams. I don't care. You're an idiot. Don't care about the call-in streams. I'll do the call-in streams. I already said I'll do the call-in streams when GTA 6 comes. You're going to have to be patient, loser. I already said I'm bringing the call-ins back because we're going to be discussing the... you guys are going to argue it's not woke, by the way, because that's what they were already doing, 2 or 3 years ago. The game isn't woke, by the way. Well, give me viewers and I'll show you how it's woke. We'll get to the real meat and potatoes. But I'm not doing it for 150 viewers. Fuck. Yeah, it's ironic how we have a lot of woke viewers. That's what happens when you criticize video games. They get bored of that conversation and then they start getting woke in other departments. And I said, well, we can't do that. That doesn't work for me. Okay, this is the last call. We've been live for 3 hours. We're about ready to wrap it up. Last call. Going to be wrapping it up. Last call. Here we go. Last call. About ready to do the walking stream because you guys, we're going to see the energy tonight. The last walking stream we did was one of the worst. The chat was scared to chat. Support was so terrible. Great support here today. But we had to pull a little teeth to get it. Because you guys can't organically come through and say, wow, I'm so glad you're back, Michael. It's been a few days. Of course you couldn't do that. Jeez, I thought you guys were parasocial viewers, by the way. You don't even know what you are. You don't even know what you are. Like, a parasocial viewer would be, here immediately and saying, wow, so glad you're back, Oh my God. They have nothing to say. These people are losers. They act like I got a teleprompter in front of me, like that tells me what to say. Well, maybe that's what we need to do. And I said, "But funny," I said, "I'm going to start using your ideas." I haven't got anything from that guy. I'm so glad you're back. No, you're not. It's fake. Now you want to... Nope. Let's get you banned. 10-minute ban. We won't be live in 10 minutes, so you won't be able to comment until the next stream. This is the last call. Say something of worthwhile, or we're wrapping it up. I've been live for 3 hours out here, Cope and Seath. There's too much content. Jeez. I mean, we literally had breaking news because the last time we were on the air, this wasn't confirmed. Now it is. May 21st, the Take-Two Investor Conference call. We will be getting an update on GTA 6 then, possibly before that. So it's time to start locking in. I don't care if you're not excited for the game. I am. So you're either going to have to watch or not, because that's what we're doing. I don't have time for this retro stream now anyway. So I'm glad you guys didn't guess the games, because we're going to have to put that on hold here until, hell, we might not be able to do it. I don't know when there's going to be downtime. Because once they start locking in GTA 6 stuff. Time for Arc Raiders, by the way. Nobody's playing that, bro. Name one streamer that's playing Arc Raiders. That shit fell off. Like, even Ninja dropped the game, bro. No one is playing Arc Raiders. I played it for a long time. We got a lot of great views out of it. It's a solid game, but you know it has its course. People just it's not the game. It's just the game gets boring, and that's what they can't admit. They can't admit that you know those games have a life cycle. It's not that the game is just inherently trash. It has a life cycle. It's a $48 game anyway. It has a life cycle, and that's it. A new map wouldn't fix it. You know, a new game mode wouldn't fix it. It's just done. You have to work on either a sequel or something entirely new. It's not something you can resurrect. You can't resurrect it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't resurrect it. It's the Titanic. It's sunk. It's at the bottom of the ocean floor. It had its run. But now it's time to make the Titanic 2. That they should be focusing on Arc Raiders 2 and taking what works and making it even better. And making it look really cool and cinematic, even more cinematic, and just going all in. And that's going to get people back on board. You can't save Arc Raiders. People have moved on. It's over. You can't get them back. It's 2026. They're not coming back. A new map is not going to... You'll get a player spike for about one day and then drop right back off. People's behavior and playing, it's changed rapidly in 2026. Once they're done, they're done. They're not coming back. No one's coming back for Resident Evil Requiem either. When they got that, there's an update next month for Resident Evil Requiem. There's going to be 5 players that come back to that garbage. We're going to get GTA 6 on PS5. Not buying that garbage. I mean, no, we're gonna get it on PlayStation. The next flavor of the month game, they want me to play Soros or some bullshit. I'm not. I mean, I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag. When's that coming out? July or June? That's later on. It looks terrible too, but that's okay because the first game was. I mean, we played the original game for the first time a few months ago. It was terrible. Witcher 3 Secret DLC, by the way. Guys, we have to wrap it up here. We're at 10%. It's coming in July. Oh, Lord. Trailer 3 will be the final product I want GTA 6 to look like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if it's delayed, I mean, how much would change in a year? Let's say it's delayed until spring of 2027. I mean, honestly, how much is going to change? Thoughts on the new Metro game? It's not coming out this year. It's not coming out. Unless GTA 6 gets delayed, it's not coming out this year. So it's hard to have interest in these games when they barely exist. Now, if you want, that's what I'm saying. You guys talk about GTA 6 like it doesn't exist. There's over 50 screenshots. There's 2 trailers. There's pre-alpha footage of the game from years ago. I mean, the game's real, whether you want to admit it or not. But there's a lot of games out there that aren't real. cool, by the way. Yeah. What an amazing comment. Just really. That's what I was thinking. It was all CGI. I mean, they're not locking in. GTA 6 o'clock said no more delay. Well, here's the thing. They must have been watching my show because I think the day before, I literally made a stream like 6 days ago, a week ago. I said 99% guaranteed it doesn't get delayed. I am very confident in this no delay era that we're potentially coming onto here, which is great. I mean, the game needs to come out. I don't know why these losers want to fucking like they're obviously fake fans. I mean, like why would you want the game to be delayed again? Like, so they can just grift more? Like I don't understand. Like why would I want the game to be delayed again? Like we've been waiting long enough. Like why would I cheer for that? Oh, it's going to make the game better? Well, I don't agree. I think the game would be in a you can't convince anyone that a third delay would be great news. I mean, what's the excuse going to be? That they need more polish? Like, come on, dude. What would the excuse be? They need more time? That doesn't sound right. No one's going to have confidence in the game. I mean, unless trailer 3, if they delayed it and then they showed trailer 3 and it was actually next level, like trailer 1, and they had the social media back in there and all this other stuff, well, then maybe we could say, okay, this is what Rockstar's cooking, and we're getting to the finish line here, but they just still need more time. I mean, even that is still going to be disappointing because it's like, again, we're continuing this game of they're showing us stuff, but at the end of the day, they're not fulfilling any of it. Like it's almost a scam. I mean, they're just continuing to show something that obviously exists, but it's like you're not going to be able to play it anytime soon. It's like, why would I care? Why would I invest any time or thought into that? So they have to have something to show soon. Okay, this is the last call. You guys had your opportunity, and you ain't. Yeah, this is the last call. You guys are not listening. Holy shit. Chat is totally dead. Well, they couldn't handle 4 hours. They couldn't handle 3 hours of world class. Could you imagine? I mean, you guys were waiting all day. You were in these gossip forums. Oh, I know you were. And now when the times come, when the time comes for world class to be right in front of your face, boy oh boy, you clam up. Fake ass people, man, I swear. Thoughts on 007? I think it's going to be a big game. Now that doesn't mean it's going to be a good game, but I think it's going to be a big game. So we'll be checking out 007. That's coming out May 26th. That's less than oh my God, that's 1 month from today. Yeah, 1 month from today, 007. You should be in Rockstar's kitchen cooking with them. I don't. No, they couldn't afford me. They want the PS3 retro content so bad, by the way. Well, why can't they guess the games correctly? It's almost like they knew the games, but they didn't want to say it. How could none of you guys guessed the games? Like, I don't understand. Was it really that hard? Oh, the 27th. No, it comes out the 26th, I thought. Maybe it is the 26th. Well, that's okay. It's still about a month away. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up. You guys are not listening. Cinder 26. I couldn't imagine a walking stream. I mean, you guys are going to be clamming up tonight. Because the last walking stream we did was one of the worst. I mean, I had to put a community tab post out. I said it was too low energy. Too low energy for me, you know. And it just becomes a point where it's just like, well, we're going to have to stop talking if you guys can't. You know, this is not a rinky-dink show. It's a small show, but it's not a rinky-dink show. It's not my first rodeo. I mean, you know, we can tell you what we've been featured in. We can tell you our accomplishments within the YouTube gaming space, but you still seemingly don't care. And it's like, well, if that's not going to put you over, then I don't know. You know, then you guys need to go get a job. 007 needs more work. Yeah, work, by the way. Okay, well, we're wrapping it up. You guys had nothing to say in closing this. and we're going to be done here. So May 21st is when we're getting an official update on GTA 6. However, with that said, there could be something before then, and that's why on May 1st we're going to be locking in with almost daily streams, and you guys are going to have a hard time with those, but that's okay, because we have to go live as the hype train's really going to start brewing here quick. In a matter of a few weeks, people are going to be locking in unlike ever before. So get with it or get lost. And again, Eddie says May 5th or May 12th. He is very confident. We're going to see if that comes to fruition. I mean, if it were May 5th, that is right around the corner, bro. That would be insane. And everyone would be eating their words if they came out May 5th. If they came out with a new trailer, it'd be over. It would be over. Okay, folks, we're going to be wrapping it up here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over. Hi there, mister.